All right, Rach, what's your opener?
Well, I was going to start off by saying Ty and I just realized like a few minutes into sitting in this close proximity in our closet that we either haven't showered today or we probably needed to reapply some deodorant. So This might be a quick one, everybody, just because, there's only so long we want to stand next to each other.
You can bathe in the stank.
No, you smell great. I can't even smell you from here.
Oh, that's good. Because I don't have pants on.
Whoa.
I've got underwear on, but listeners...
Peek behind the curtain.
I'm going pantsless today. This is the first time I recorded without pants.
Really?
But it won't be the last.
I didn't know that was true for you.
I think so.
I don't really... You don't usually get in the
have
habit.
pants on.
Hey, where are your pants? Why did you opt
Hey,
to
I'm going to
no
let you in
pants
on
today?
another secret. Oh, this is an embarrassing secret. It's 3:20.
Yeah?
I have yet to put pants on today. I hung out in our backyard in boxers.
Man, you get one day off a week and you just let it
Dude,
go.
if you're gonna give me one day off, I'm gonna use it to its fullest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pants? Nope. No pants.
No pants here.
No, I'm not wearing pants.
Pants
my day off.
optional. Oh. Well, viewers, welcome back to Summer's Off.
Really, listeners.
What did I say?
Viewers.
Oh, viewers.
I've made that mistake a couple of times. And I just
Yeah.
didn't want you to go down that path too much.
Because you lived with the embarrassment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to come back and, apologize for calling you viewers.
And you have to wait like a week until you can...
Sometimes longer.
Yeah, sometimes longer if they're
Yeah.
going to the can. Yep.
Mhm.
But anyways, guys, it's good to listen to you listen to us again for Season 4, Episode 7 of
Mhm.
Summer's Off.
Here we go,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. What's up, girl? We did something a little bit differently this time where so our generic kind of concept is always like Ty has seen a bunch of action movies that Rach hasn't seen and Rach has seen a bunch of chick flicks that Ty hasn't seen. So we kind of chose to flip the script a little bit. Not that we haven't done that before because I did My Girl.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And but here we are again where we have to indulge some secrets a little bit. So the movie today is
A Walk to Remember.
and some confession time. Rach, you had seen this movie before.
Oh, yes. I have seen this movie before. Once all the way through for sure, and then probably snippets randomly when it was on TV.
I've only seen this movie one time through.
Oh, okay then.
And so it's very possible you saw this movie more than me. In fact, the very beginning, I was like, dude, I don't remember this at all.
Oh, yeah.
But the reason why it went on my Summer's Off list is because I would quote it, and Rach would not know the quotes. Rach would be like, what is that from? I'm like, that's for Walk to Remember. And so that's why I kept making it on the list, because I quote it like crazy, and you never knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, which, again, you can have seen a movie once or twice and not have all of, the random quotes from it memorized. And why do you have so many quotes memorized after seeing this one time? Did you write them down when you saw it the first time?
I think
How do they stick with you?
it touched me. I think I was in a place and in a time that it really cut to the core of me.
Yeah. When did you see this?
Okay.
How old were you?
I saw this I've got one or two times.
Two stories. Let's hear them and we'll
I don't
decide
remember
which is true.
which one it is, and this is frustrating to me. This movie came out, just to say F the format and get into some details.
Yeah.
This movie came out in January of 2002. So we were freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
And freshmen, right? And I saw it either the last day of school on my sophomore year of high school or my junior year. And I think it was the junior year one.
Okay.
But that means that this movie had been out for 2.5 years.
Well, that's not that crazy. Why would you have seen this movie?
I don't know.
If you didn't get dragged to it in the movie theaters by a girlfriend or something, why would you randomly be like, yeah, I'm going to go rent this movie?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I think that I was surprised that that was the gap. I figured, it came out in January and then I saw it like in May in the choir room. I thought that's what would happen on the last day of school. But
yeah, unless you were
apparently
like
not.
really crushing on Mandy Moore, I don't know why as a single guy during this time, a single straight guy, that you would like be like, yep, I'm going to get in that Nicky Sparks, that new movie that came out. Looks really touching.
Well, in Notebook came out after this.
Did it?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that sounds like something you should know.
Shoot. Son
That
of a
sounds-
biscuit.
That sounds like a format foe.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh, dear.
Because I saw the Notebook. I think our junior year. But I think I saw that right when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fairly positive that came out our junior year of high school.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll go with you
Because
on
Paul
this.
has a story where he saw it in the theaters with his girlfriend and she was like bawling and he was like, "Why are you bawling at this?" And I was like, "Paul, of course she was bawling at it. It's one of the saddest movies but most awesome movies of all time."
Just to be clarified, we're talking about The Notebook, not A Walk to Remember.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to get into Walk to Remember because I made Rach guess. Here, let's throw this out right off the bat. Rach guessed what she thought her percentage was going to be. So we're going to tell you that at the beginning. We're going to go through everything, and then we'll reveal it at the end what her summation of this movie is. What did you think before we started this movie? What did you give the percentage?
Before we started this movie, I assumed that this would probably be in the 20s. I said I didn't really like the movie that much when I saw it the first time, and I didn't think it got any better in the 15-plus years it's been since. So I'm assuming, at the beginning, I was assuming it's in the 20s.
Yep. And I was assuming for me that I had this weird moment in time as a junior in high school, and that this movie was now going to be like, I was going to be embarrassed to show it on the podcast, and that I was going to put it in the 30s. So just to set that up, that's where our initial thoughts were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, lovely. When's the first time you saw this movie?
I think the first time I saw this movie, I think we were hanging out with some family friends, and it was New Year's Eve, I think, and the kids were all
Oh.
together, and we were all, kids being like high school, middle schoolers, my
Yep.
siblings and this group of this family, and I think we just popped a movie in to like pass the time to get to, to midnight.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, if not New Year's Eve, it was randomly a time then we hung out with this family friend a lot. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember where I was. We just don't remember how old I was. I'm
Mhm.
guessing high school at some point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was VHS. So it was rented. So it was post haste.
Yeah. Guess what movie I chose this over? So, okay, the last day of school, band and choir would each show a movie.
Uh-huh.
And so band had a movie going and choir had a movie going.
Uh-huh.
I chose
Ooh.
Walk to Remember in the choir room when all my friends went and watched this other movie that then I saw the next year. I saw senior year, the last day of school.
Mm-hmm.
So what movie did I ignore?
Mm-hmm.
It was an older movie.
Yep.
I'm going to give you some hints.
In the band room?
It's in the band room.
No hints. Just let me give it a guess.
Oh, okay.
Monty Python.
No. No.
It's a good band movie.
It was a sports movie,
Okay.
but not a newer sports movie.
Okay. Air Bud.
No. Another great guess, though. Nope, a little more serious than Air Bud. You've heard of this movie, but you've never seen it.
It's not Rooney, Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm talking about?
Rookie of the
You know what
Year.
I'm trying to get at?
Rookie of the Year is correct.
Is it?
No, it was not Rookie of the Year. Even though that movie, I remember being awesome. It's probably terrible, but I remember
I
being
can't
really
think of
cool.
one.
Kid breaks his arm.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, what was it?
It was Hoosiers. Have you ever heard of that movie?
No.
Gene Hackman. It's a basketball movie. It's like
Okay.
Coach Carter before Coach Carter.
Mm-hmm. But
He
with
comes
but
in.
with Gene Hackman.
With Gene Hackman, he comes in, and yeah, no, but it's not with like it doesn't have anything to do
So
with
there's
race.
nothing at Coach Carter at all.
No, it's I come in, and I teach discipline to these kids, and then
Mhm.
I teach them how to become a team, and then they're good.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing. Yeah, we
Oh.
take the race out of it. Though.
Oh, okay.
Coach Carter's better, but Hoosiers is on our summers off list, just so you know.
Is?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
And Rudy, another great sports
Rudy,
movie.
that's what I was
you were thinking
I
of.
was like, rookie. That's not rookie, but it's like something like that. Rudy.
Yep. So if you had to pick between a Walk to Remember or Hoosiers, what would you pick?
I would go to Walk to Remember.
So
Easy
we picked the
style.
same choice.
Easy style.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Oh, we would have been there together.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's our first time seeing each other.
Well, Rach, for those listeners who have no idea what this movie's about, give them a little synopsis so they can get in the groove.
Yeah. So we are in one of the Carolinas, probably.
Yep.
Right?
We're in North Carolina.
Yeah, because that's where Nick Sparks likes to set up shop.
And remember, there's a moment in the movie where she's in two places at once, and she straddles the border between North Carolina and Virginia.
That's right. All right, don't get ahead of us here.
Don't get ahead.
Yeah, so classic story of this boy going down the wrong path with his buds. Ends up getting into big trouble at the very beginning of the movie. And has to do community service. And
yeah, what are some of the things they make him do?
Well, the craziest thing is he has to join the school play. That's a punishment.
Which, I'll be honest, I was offended. I was freaking offended by this. So he has to do community service.
Yeah.
He has to tutor kids from another school. All this stuff janitorial duty.
Yep.
And then he has to join the play as a punishment. I thought, what bullshit. If I'm a kid in the play, which I was, and we had to take on kids who got disciplined to join us, and they'd just be dicks the whole time, I'd be so pissed. And then what happens when he joins the school play?
Oh, he's good.
No, but not only is he good,
he gets the lead.
The first day, they don't even do a reading or an audition. And they're like, Landon, you're going to be playing the lead. It's like, bullshit. I'd be so mad.
I can hear it. I can hear how mad you are.
But he is good.
I mean, to be fair, though, I think what the principal was trying to get at is he wanted to mix him up with new friend groups.
Yep.
And so while it seems like it was a punishment, it was also okay, let's find a way to branch out because you're going down a bad path here, bud. So, yeah, and then lo and behold, there's this girl. She's just hideous. I mean, she's just
so gross,
so sickly looking, and she's just it's amazing that people even know her name. She's just disgusting.
Yeah, ban her from the school grounds. She's so gross.
To be fair, I'm obviously joking because Mandy Moore is very beautiful.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think they do a nice job of nerding her up a little bit better than they do say in the movie She's All That with Rachel Lee Cook, because Rachel Lee Cook still has makeup on and that, and she just is wearing glasses. She just has glasses on, the big dork.
Funny story. This movie, the director was going to have her wear glasses, and there was going to be a moment where she takes her glasses off.
Stop.
And then the director saw Not Another Teen Movie where they made fun of that,
Yeah.
when the glasses are off. It's like, oh my God, now you're hot. And after he saw Not Another Teen Movie, they cut that. So
Oh
that
my
was going to be
gosh.
a trope that they used in this movie.
Funny. I can't believe that he needed that movie to tell him that was a cliche.
Yep.
It's riddled with cliches is
Yep,
what I'll say.
For
So
sure.
this bad boy is told, hey, don't fall in love with me. Per Mandy Moore. She
So
says
cool.
it.
Okay. One condition, though, Carter.
What's that?
You have to promise you won't fall in love with me.
That's not a problem.
And what does he do?
Falls
Big
in
dummy. Falls in love with a sick girl and, tales old as time.
Tales all this time. Got married summer after he graduated high school.
Yep, she dies, and
She
yeah,
dies.
end of the story.
End of the story.
So
Yep.
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
As riddled with cliches as it is, in the high school and them bullying her and doing all of the stuff that you're just oh my gosh, this is so cheese. But I will say that there, the story itself, though, is kind of unique, right? A bit. The falling in love with the girl who is uber religious and kind of he changes his ways. And then, then the curveball is oh, and by the way, I'm dying.
Yeah.
So I told you not to fall in love with me.
Yep.
And
It
now
re-
I'm dead.
It reminds me of another movie we did for Summers Off. It was our closer of season 1, I think.
Was it a movie I did?
It was a movie I did.
My Girl?
Nope, not My Girl.
Anything.
Yes. It reminds me of Say Anything.
It does. It really
Overbearing dad.
Yeah.
Religious, or conservative.
Was she religious?
Well, she was conservative. Remember, she was very
I thought she's just goody goody,
yeah,
A
goody.
student.
Yeah, that's probably more fair than
Yeah.
conservative, because I guess we don't know her religious beliefs.
Yeah.
But then you have the rebel-y boy, but who's a nice guy.
Yeah.
John Cusack's a little more just weird and quirky.
Yeah,
less
he's
than
not
I'm
a
a dick
jerk.
who then becomes nice.
Oh my gosh. The beginning of this film opens with this group of friends and they're hazing this kid, making him jump off of this essentially like a water tower into like the shallow water, and it's very, very dangerous. And I just wanted to scream. I was so annoyed with their behavior.
Yeah.
Anyone got any beer?
We finished them all back at school. Besides, you've had enough.
I've got one. It's not cold, but it's yours if you want it.
Yeah, all you gotta do is sit up, beg, roll over, and shake that booty.
Thanks a lot, Eric.
Anytime, anywhere.
It's just gonna be sweet, man. I'm glad I thought of it.
You guys are animals just because he's
Hey, shh! You've been talking the whole time here. Why don't you be quiet?
Hey, you know how it is?
What's the matter with you tonight?
Nobody's forcing him to show up.
Dean!
Yeah. But if he doesn't, I want to go back to the dance.
Hey, Belinda, I've got an idea. Why don't you go back to the dance by yourself?
I wasn't talking to you, Dean.
Hey, you know I don't dance.
It's true. I've seen the man bust a move, and it just ain't pretty. But a brother like myself is ready to get his freak on, so what you say, baby?
Why don't you put your freak away before you hurt somebody? Like yourself.
They're just little, like, who acts like that? Who acts like
Now,
that?
to be fair,
What?
I just jumped into the Mississippi River in Winona. So,
Yeah, were you acting like that?
yeah, I
when you
was
did
like,
it?
yeah, what's going on? We're going to do you a part of our group, man.
This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and then you have the one that's like overly sexual, who's humping everything.
Yeah.
You've got the
yeah,
one.
the token black character
Yeah,
is just
it's
like
like
this creeper.
yeah,
He's just
horny,
like, this
weird
poor
guy.
Kid. It's just like you were written so poorly.
And then you have another friend who gets forgiven at the end, and I think he's unforgivable, who like is abusive to his girlfriend.
yeah, he's like shoving her, and it's
Yeah.
just like it's very like ugh, so cringy.
It's domestic abuse,
So
and
gross. He's
and
not a redeemable
we're
guy.
supposed to get on board with them becoming friends at the end, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so we had a bunch of tropes at the very beginning of the movie, which is awesome.
Always a good way to
Always
start.
cool. Yeah, it makes you think that we're in a slasher movie. Like, can't wait till these kids die.
Oh my gosh, they would all be dead. Well, not right away because it's a movie, but yeah, quickly.
Yep.
Quickly they would be dead.
Mandy Moore's character would actually also die in a horror movie.
You think so?
Oh, for sure. The overly religious person. Yeah.
That's true.
No, like
Yeah.
the nice girl who maybe is religious but doesn't push it on people, she survives.
Yeah.
Mandy Moore's character dies for sure.
Mandy Moore's character in this is so pious, and it's funny because when I watched this like in high school, it didn't bother me, but now as an adult, like I just can't. And I think, and she comes in a little bit, like she gets, also some character changes, some arc happens with her too, where she's a little less. I can't even give you an example. I just like so many things that would come
Yeah,
out
it's
of her
all
mouth.
little
I was
things.
just like, oh my god.
Jamie, no, look, I really
You've
need help.
obviously never asked anybody for help before, right? A request like yours requires flattery and groveling. It can't be all about you. It has to be for the common good of everybody.
It is for the common good.
She just like, and she says everything like so smug,
Yeah, so judgmental.
so judgy, and so smug all the time. And it's like, no wonder no one wants to be your friend.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, you're kind of an
being a little
asshole.
brat.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
you're nice, but like, are you nice?
There were times at the beginning of the movie where I thought, I don't know who I'm supposed to be rooting for out of these two characters.
The guy and the girl.
Yeah, because he's a dick because he's like still in his like bratty asshole
Yeah,
ways.
he's a bad
And then
boy.
she's a judgy asshole. So it's like, what asshole am I supposed to be on board with here? That's so hard to like get excited.
I think we're supposed to care more about Mandy Moore's
I think so,
character. I
too.
think we're supposed to.
But I also found myself annoyed.
yeah.
That's interesting.
That is interesting because I wonder if, and you can share this if you want, but like one of the reasons why did this impact you so much in high school? Because were you Mandy Moore in high school?
I wondered the same thing. So, okay, here's the thing. I was really into so that's why I think it was junior year.
Sure.
Because in junior
You're
year,
a bit more involved in your
I
church
was
then.
that was probably the most religious I ever was.
Yeah.
Like I went to youth groups, I went to like the small group stuff that was associated with the school.
Mm-hmm.
I was like very into like church stuff
And
junior year.
let's just clarify, there's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong
There's
with that.
nothing wrong with that.
But I wonder if I saw her and her piety, and I was like, she's just so good. She's just so great. Hope I can find a girl like that. I think it's very possible.
Yeah.
And then by senior year, I was already like distancing myself from the church, like, oh, F religious, I'm spiritual, F that, like that's what it's all about, that transformation already.
Oh, interesting.
Now, Rach.
Yeah.
Who wrote the book this is based on?
Nick Sparks, right?
Nicky Sparks.
Nicholas Sparks.
Let me tell you something about that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
Not until I researched this movie.
Oh, you feel that like when you watch it?
For
like
sure. I told you there was music that was playing in like a tense moment. I was like, I feel like every moment of tension that are in his movies, like it's a song kind of like this, or an instrumental kind of like this. Yeah, I totally see it now, but I don't know how that escaped me. But I did not know this was a Nicky Sparks.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like one of like the OGs. Like,
it absolutely
don't
is
you
one of the
think,
OGs. Yep.
Like maybe the biggest one other than The Notebook, I would say. Probably.
Yeah. So this was his fourth big book. It came out in 1999. And
Great
so,
year.
okay, The Notebook,
Mhm.
did you know that's a 2-book story?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did know
I
that.
did not. Save that for we'll get into it more when I'm sure we do Notebook down the road for a rewatch.
A rewatch.
Of course, it's called Valentine's Day, isn't it?
That'd be a great Valentine's
It would be a good one. But yeah, that's a 2-booker.
Okay.
And then the book Message in a Bottle, which it was made into a movie. Have you heard of this movie?
I would think I have. Who is in it?
Kevin Costner. And then, I forget who the gal is.
Oh.
It's not Diane Lane, I don't think.
It's not Whitney
but it's
Houston, right?
Like, no.
Sure it's not The Bodyguard?
Bodyguard.
All right, just checking.
No.
It's the only romance movie I can really remember him in.
Yeah. No. He was in a Nicky Sparks.
Okay.
And I think it came out a little bit after this.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that, anybody. Do your own research. That's why you come here to hear half-hearted research. That's what you came here for. So, name some other Nicky Sparks adaptations.
Oh, sure. Okay, so we've got Knights in Rodin. We've got...
Who's in Knights of Rodin? Is that Richard Gere?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think Diane Lane.
Oh, so
maybe?
that's the one with Diane Lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And...
That's kind of a cute couple.
Yeah, it is. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I haven't seen Kevin Costner in Message in a Bottle either, but Kevin Costner bores me to sleep, so I don't know if I want to watch that
I guess
one.
we're not watching that one. There's Longest Ride, Last Song.
Who's in Longest Ride?
Oh, that's the one that we watched with gosh, what's his name? His son. Oh, he's so attractive. Clint Eastwood's son.
Clint Eastwood
Has a son.
Has a son.
And he is very attractive.
We watched it?
Didn't we?
What was it about? Longest
bull,
Ride?
bull riding.
Did we watch it? I don't think so.
I
I think
thought-
you watched
remember
it. I
when
think this
we
sounds like
watched-
a night at home where you're like, Ty's
No.
gone. Let me light a couple candles.
No, I'm pretty sure we watched
Bring the
this together.
TV up and I can watch in the bubble bath and watch Clint Eastwood's son. Yes.
He's so hot. He's so hot.
I don't think I've seen this movie. Is it good?
I thought so. There was a couple years back that Ty and
We
I,
did a
around
streak.
Valentine's Day, we did like
I can tell you the
8
movies we
Nick
watched
Sparks
then.
movies. Yeah.
I know which ones we did then.
Which ones did we do?
It
then?
wasn't Longest Ride then.
No.
So Longest Ride would have happened at a different time.
Okay. Well, what did we
Okay,
watch?
here's what we watched because I wrote them down.
Oh, good.
we watched The Best of Me with
The
James Marsden.
Best of Me. Yep.
Yep, that was a weird one because the younger versions of them look nothing like them.
No, and they're not even like that. But there's like maybe like a 15-year
Yeah,
difference. So it's like-
the age gap doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Their appearances are nothing similar. So like, it's the most bizarre thing you're
should have
watching
kept the
ever.
same actors and then just aged them or de-aged them. You should have figured it out.
Or pick like 17, 18-year-olds to like
Sure.
play the younger versions of you and make sure they look like those actors.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have done that too.
Just, like,
I
keep
could
the-
buy into
At
it.
least keep the hair color the same.
Yeah,
Like, they didn't even try. He was
Yeah.
blonde. And
Yeah.
James Marsden is not blonde.
Yeah, it was wild. I could not believe it was happening.
That's so funny.
So there's that one. There's Dear John
Dear John,
with Channing
that's
Tatum
the
and Amanda
one.
Seyfried, which
Oh
I
my
think is the
gosh.
worst of them. I think that one is god
The best
awful.
of us and the worst of them.
And then there's the lucky one.
Yep, that's got Zac Efron in
Yup,
it.
where he hooks up with the older gal.
Hell yeah,
he does. And then my personal favorite, besides Notebook,
Of course.
yeah, Safe Haven.
That's right. I couldn't remember the name. I could picture Julianne Hough, but I couldn't picture what is the name of that one with the water.
Oh,
That one's a crazy one. If
Guys.
you haven't seen Safe Haven, it's actually kind of thrilling.
It's worth a watch, and we're probably gonna do it someday in Summers
You
Off
think
Future.
so?
I think so. I imagine so. There's so
Like-
much to talk about.
Yeah, as like, is it a
It's
good
crazy.
movie? I don't know if it's like.
It's got ghosts.
Oh my god, that's tight. Don't spoil it. Oh my gosh, you just spoiled the
No,
whole movie.
you don't know
my
what's
gosh.
going on.
Oh wow, yeah. It's a good one. It's very
wild.
honestly. Go pause right this.
Yeah.
Go watch that right
and
now. It's so
that,
fun.
That couple.
That's a very attractive couple.
Yeah,
Josh Duhamel.
Yeah, Josh
Josh
Duhamel. I was gonna say Josh Duhamel. Yeah, Josh Duhamel and Julianne Hough
Oh.
are super sexy.
Yeah, the height difference is cray.
It is
but
crazy.
it works.
Yeah,
it
but,
works for
but
me.
Josh has kids in it too. He's cute. He's a cute dad. You're like,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
And there's ghosts.
And
so
there's
check it out.
ghosts. Yeah, it is thrilling.
It's thrilling.
Yeah, so that's fun. Out of all those ones that we mentioned, it's probably gonna be that bull fighting one now that I know, or the bull riding one.
I swear we watched that at some
I
point.
didn't watch it with you. I'm telling you, this was
And
a bubble
maybe-
bath Rach night.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's vaguely familiar now. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to see.
So you've seen that one
I think so. I'm
all the way?
pretty sure.
Okay.
But I can't tell you what happens in it other than there's bull riding in
Oh.
it. So I need to do a little research to see if I have in fact seen it or if I just saw a preview for it and I was like, oh, well, next time we're doing it, we'll add that to the list. That might have also been what happened.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, but yeah, that's my Nick Sparks knowledge.
But take notebook out of it.
Okay.
What's your favorite out of all those that we talked about, and your least favorite?
Safe Haven is my next favorite.
Is your best?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because it's so different
Gosh,
than
it's
it's
fun.
not just like a romance. There's
Mhm.
but we won't get into it. I won't talk any more about it. And my least. Boo, 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 boo. Honestly, probably the one with James Marsden.
Yeah,
and not
The
because
Best of
and
Me.
not because I don't love James Marsden. I could not get behind the whole like
The story was
we're
weird,
supposed to
too.
believe
There's
that
like car crash stuff
yeah,
in that too.
yeah. This the casting was for the younger versions of them was
Mhm.
atrosh,
Yeah.
atrosh. So that's all I have to say about that.
But it was fun.
Fight me.
We did that for Valentine's Day. It is fun, guys, to do a Nicholas Sparks marathon. They are so fluffy. It's like a step up from Hallmark movie marathon. I think it's a better time.
Yeah.
Like,
we made chocolate covered strawberries and pretzels, and we went all in and got tum aches. It was great.
yeah, well, and because there's usually an actor or actress in it that is like legit,
Mhm.
and so you're watching
Yeah,
like
usually
people
someone's pretty good.
people that you know and
Mm-hmm.
that are usually doing as best they can with this material.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's also a fun challenge
Yeah.
to watch.
And it's not always bad. Like even
No.
in this movie, there are moments I was like, that was really nice dialogue.
Yeah, for
that was
sure.
really nice.
Yep.
It just
Nikki doesn't know how to write juvenile delinquents, but everything else is pretty okay.
That's true. That was a bit weak. Yeah. Oh God, I just can't stand high school movies. How high school is portrayed sometimes in films. Oh, it drives me insane.
Yeah, I mean, to this one for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
This because Can't Hardly Wait. I don't think I had a huge problem with. I mean, even though you have a bunch of stereotypes and tropes in that movie,
Yeah, that's.
I
different.
like it. It's fun.
it. Yeah, that rang more true, unfortunately, in some ways.
So this book was based on a real story that impacted Nicholas Sparks.
No.
Yeah, listen to this. So Nicky Sparks had a sister named Danielle, and she had cancer. And she was the inspiration for this book because during her life, during real life, a man met her when she was like on her way to the end
Yeah.
and fell in love with her.
Oh.
And he still wanted to marry her even though he knew she was going to die very soon. And so he wrote the book based on that whole experience.
That makes me well up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That's really sweet.
Now,
Oh.
the book takes place in the 50s. What aspect of the 50s still made its way into this movie? Something about style.
I mean, for their clothes standpoint, is that what you're getting after? Like, I mean, she wears like sweaters and like long
Sure.
drabby dresses, and he has kind of like baseball tees and jeans, so he probably could be like a greaser, I guess. His car is kind of like a what do you call those cars?
Like a muscle car kind
Yeah,
of?
muscle car.
So I think the hair.
Yeah.
I think the dude's hair especially.
Sure.
Like everybody kind of looks like their James Dean hairstyle.
Yeah, his is kind of like spiked up a little bit, but I could see where.
So
yeah.
they were trying to make like an amalgamation between the 50s and the early 2000s. So that was like the whole plan is to like combine these two time periods together with the cars, with some of the style
Sure.
and things like that.
I kind of wish they did 50s with it.
Yeah, rather
I
than in
don't
the
know.
2000s.
I just,
They-
whatever. You do you, but like I love a little bit of history mixed in because the fashion, especially 50s, I think it's so cute.
Now they changed it because they thought it wasn't going to appeal to teenagers.
They're
in
probably
our
not
time
wrong.
period. Yeah, if we saw a bunch of 50s people.
Yeah, but then you like The Notebook, and that was 40s, and we all love that.
Awesome.
So
Such a great choice.
I guess you're wrong. I guess you were wrong.
I guess you are.
It just helps set it
Yeah,
apart, I think, from other.
But if the
Nick
Notebook
Sparks.
took place in real time, then we would go into the future for all the old people stuff. So like there'd be like hoverboards and stuff. Like
Oh, I see what you're saying
know?
there. I gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to put it in the past for that one.
Yeah. I guess because we have hoverboards now.
Yeah. Hoverboards tells you you're in the future. So this movie was directed by a fella named Adam Shankman. Adam Shankman had done nothing besides he was a judge on So You Think You Can Dance for 7 seasons.
Oh.
That's his big claim to fame.
Oh my.
And he got the directing job.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That is quite the step up, I would say. How does one land such a gig?
I don't know. And I would say that knowing that, maybe he can judge if they can dance or not, but I think he needs to work on So You Think You Can Act. I think that would be the show that I would have taken a judge from because we could have used that.
We could do some coaching for sure.
Mandy Moore
Uh-huh.
is cast in this movie. What age do you think she was?
Oh my gosh, she looks so young. And a part of it, I think, is because, they have to play her sickly.
Whoa. What did a bubblegum or whatever? Or, Candy, not bubblegum, but she was bubblegum pop.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
Candy come out and she was like 15?
Yeah. So she's got to be. This is probably before that, right? No, just kidding. Is she 16, 17?
She is 17 years old.
17 years old.
She actually, I heard the origin story about like how she broke into the business.
Acting business?
No,
or
the
singing?
singing business.
What's
so
that?
there was a guy who was a mailman,
Mm-hmm.
and he had family or a friend who worked at like a music recording studio or something like that, and he was dropping off a package at her house, and he heard her singing up in like her bedroom, and he thought she was so good that then he was like, hey, let's do like a recording and like let's get you on tape and
Oh
stuff.
my gosh, that sounds so creepy. First off, and also
I'm just your local mailman.
Yeah.
Let's get you on tape.
Oh my god, couldn't help but hear you singing upstairs. So beautiful. Yeah, and also it makes a lot of sense. I'll say, I love Mandy Moore. Don't get me wrong, but
Do you?
that makes
Do
sense.
you
that
love
that
Mandy Moore?
is maybe how she broke into the biz, especially around this time, because you had vocal powerhouses coming out of the woodworks. Like it's like we couldn't get enough of
Yeah.
like these like belters and skrelters, and
Yeah.
then like Mandy Moore comes on the scene, and she's just like, hey, like I have a good voice when I'm singing in my bedroom, and the mailman hears me and he says that's pretty. No, she's a good singer, but like, how did she get to where she was
Is she
on her vocals alone? I don't know.
No, never. No,
Never.
she did not. You're gonna
She's
tell
really
me
cute, so that
she
helps.
was really cute. She's this cute little
Cute as
thing.
a
You're
bug.
like, oh, look at her. I want to hear her sing.
Yeah.
That's all it was about.
Yeah.
Like, no, her vocals. Yeah, you're gonna be nicer than I will about it. If we're talking about comparing her to Jessica Simpson or like Christina Aguilera, like it's crazy
Yeah.
that we considered her part of the pop queens. Like,
Yeah, and what I'll say is, she probably didn't ask to be compared to the pop queens. She
sure.
probably
She was
was
just doing
like,
her thing,
no,
just singing Candy.
throw me in like, not as like interesting Alanis Morissette. Like there's people out there that like aren't like amazing vocalists.
Well, be
stereotypically.
careful about Alanis Morissette.
No,
Her
I know she was kind of
belt's
a
crazy.
She's kind of
high.
a bad example. I can't think
Yeah.
of like someone else who's just like just a good voice
Ye-
or a good song. I don't know. We'll get into
She's
it.
a catchy singer. She sings catchy songs,
Yeah.
but I don't think she's a great singer. All right, that's all I'll say.
Well, yeah, we'll get into it. Are
Okay.
we gonna get into it more,
I
or
don't
should
know
we
if
lay it all on the
This
table now?
might
with
be it,
Mandy
but we
Moore
can get
singing?
into it later too, though.
Yeah.
We can bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Okay,
We'll circle back around.
Circle back.
She had been in a couple movies before this. She voiced one of the bears in Dr. Dolittle 2.
Oh.
Not the first one. No, she wasn't ready for that. She wasn't ready for the big time.
I could see that.
And then I saw this movie a long time ago. I liked it, but I don't really remember it very well. She was, I think, the antagonist in Princess Diaries.
Yeah.
With Anne Hathaway.
Yep.
So
Yep.
she
She
had
was the
done
bully
that.
in that.
Before this.
I like her in that. I like her as a bully.
Yeah. Well, she's in Sage
She's
as
like
well. She's kind of a bully.
she's like she's the pretty girl, obviously, and she's Queen
Mhm.
Bee. You look at her and you're like, yep, you're the most popular girl in school. Got
Sure.
it. And then she's mean, which is like, that's kind of fun and unexpected because I think we all know, like, we assume that Mandy Moore is probably a pretty nice person,
Sure.
right? She just,
Yo.
I've never heard anyone say anything otherwise about
Oh, I've
her
got
as a-
stories for you.
Oh, okay, well, good.
Yeah, so she terrorized some of the costume
No,
people on
I
set.
can't believe it. I don't believe it. Interesting you bring that up though, because guess what? She
What?
sings in that one as well, and I don't know why we always expect Mandy Moore to sing in movies.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't
Her
get.
voice is not good enough to be the vocalist on the soundtrack.
Fine. It just doesn't make any sense. Like she has a random, like they write it into the story. Like in Princess Diaries, they have like a little random beach talent show, and then she's up with her girl singing like "Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me," and that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, why do we always like have to say like, Mandy Moore, she's a singer, right? And it's like, as Mandy, I would start to be like, you know what? But I'm more than just that. In fact, I actually would prefer to be an actress because it seems like she would prefer to be an actress based on her career
Yeah,
path, right?
for sure.
But
Yep.
it's that. There's another movie when she was older with Diane Keaton, Because I Said So. She does like a little singing bit in that. And This Is Us, like she's an aspiring singer to
She
start.
is, and This Is
Yeah,
Us.
Yes.
So you hear her singing This Is Us
A
as
little
well?
bit when she's young, when in like the 70s, when
Oh,
her
gosh.
and Jack first meet, like she's doing that, and it's that kind of stuff. That's like, I don't know why we always have to write that into her character.
Yeah.
Like,
She's not talented enough to have
No,
that be.
I'm not
No,
saying
but to
that,
have
it's
that
just
be like
like,
her
it's-
primary character trait.
Wow.
If she's an aspiring singer, girl, she's not gonna make it.
well, and she doesn't, and This Is Us.
Oh,
so
well, that's good.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I know. And I say that, and a lot of people would probably be yelling at back at their radios, be like, "She did make
Well,
it."
she
Ty."
did, Ty,
I
so
know.
you're wrong.
I know.
She did
But
make it.
I don't think she should have.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But here's the thing, too, though. Like, Entangled, she's the voice of Rapunzel. She's great in that.
She's okay.
Okay, I don't know.
She's just okay.
I don't
I'm not
know.
gonna stand for people saying she's like great.
Yeah.
Good, I can kind of listen to, but it's gonna be hard for me to sway off of okay.
Okay.
um,
Okay, Princess Diaries, she did that before this, though.
yeah, she did.
Interesting.
And then this was her first big lead.
Yeah.
Is this movie?
Mhm.
She had read the book beforehand. Her
Mhm.
mom had gotten her the book, so like randomly,
Yeah.
not for the movie or anything. And she read it, and she just bawled
Mm-hmm. Oh,
reading the
I'm
book.
sure as a book, it's a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Like,
She said she was almost hyperventilating when she read it.
like sobbing.
Yeah. Have you ever
Oh.
had that experience reading a book?
Gosh, that is a great.
Were you hyperventilated
question.
during it?
Not hyperventilated, but I have sobbed reading before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've cried for sure.
Mhm,
I don't know if I've ever sobbed.
Yeah.
Well, remember when I read
Wow.
that Why the Last Man comic?
Yeah.
And he loses his monkey at the
you
end?
got really sad.
And I had just lost
You were-
Frodo and our
yeah,
family,
your
our dog, and
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I think you cried.
Bearing a little
I would say
ampersand. I
that
was like, no.
heavy crying, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Yeah, so I guess I kind of have. So the director said that he cast Mandy Moore because she has the voice and the face.
Of an angel. Really?
He said she is luminous.
She's luminous because we put like this like white hot light on her all the time.
Yeah, she looks like Edward Cullen off Twilight.
She's so pale. She's so sickly.
Yeah. Now I think, knowing the plot and like seeing how pale she is the whole time, I'm like, how'd you not get that she is sick?
It's so obvious.
Yeah, look at her.
She's so pale.
She's definitely pale. She might be a
She
vampire.
has no color in her lips. Her eyes are red all the
her
time.
lips are always pale.
Yeah.
They even made her lips pale.
Yeah. Like
Does that
zero-
happen?
When you have leukemia, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know.
I know somebody with leukemia,
Hmm,
and
yeah.
his lips weren't pale.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy. um, The love interest is played by of Landon, the character Landon.
Landon.
But sometimes they call him Carter, which always confused me. I was like, is your name Landon or is your name Carter?
Landon Carter.
His name is Landon Carter.
Got it.
Yeah, but
Got
two
it.
first names.
That's confusing.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
see why you
Yeah.
were confused.
Now, Landon was played by Shane West.
Shane West.
Do you want to guess how old Shane was at the time?
Shane
so Mandy
was
Moore's
42
17.
in this.
I would love that. Can we just take a pause?
Wait, what? Why would you love
No,
that?
I would love to know that, like, as a 42-year-old, like, you can still be in, like, a teeny bopper
Nope.
movie. You know what I mean?
No, you can't. No, you can't.
And
That's
trick the
wrong.
audience into thinking that you're, like, an 18-year-old.
Absolutely not.
Well,
Nope.
I mean, I played Ren when I was 28 and Romeo when I was 28.
Mm-hmm.
Those are both young characters.
And that was also on the stage, so that's
Yeah.
a little bit different than if we're zoomed up. We can see all of them grays speckled in there.
I didn't have as many grays then.
You had some though.
I did.
You had plenty.
You're
Plenty to not play high school.
I'm playing Romeo again. I'm 34. Young mid-30s.
Mid-30s.
Shane was not 42.
No,
He was.
can't believe that.
He was MJ's number, which is
23?
nice, Rach. Good job.
I had to think about it for a second.
Hey, you did great.
Hey.
The director cast him.
Because he also had the voice of the
An
devil.
angel.
He wanted
He was
that.
luminous. No, Landon got cast, or Shane West got cast because the director had seen him in a movie or in a magazine, and that was it.
Oh.
He cast him
Oh my.
off of a freaking
Oh
magazine.
My
He
word.
thought, based on what he saw in the magazine by his like modeling,
Stop.
thought he could be sensitive in one scene and then dark in the next.
What? I mean, here's what I'll say.
What are you gonna say?
He's not wrong. Like I think
He
think
did a
Shane
fine
did
job.
a fine job,
I
but
do
like
too.
how did he get that lucky? That's insane to me.
That's the
There's
kind of
that doesn't
shit
make any
that
sense.
pisses me off as an actor.
I mean,
I
that's crazy.
we grind. We show up. We do so much to try to break into this freaking business.
Hmm.
And then this asshole is in a magazine.
And looks
And
pouty on one page and like
and-
bad boy on the other, and he's like, yep.
And the director
he's
is
got it.
like, I'm going to pay this man $500,000
Oh,
for this
my
movie. And that is probably
Lord.
about how much
Oh.
he made. He probably didn't make a mil, but he probably made like in the hundreds of thousands.
He had done nothing before this.
So
just
here's some other stuff that he
magazine?
had done, but he got
But
cast
that's
off
what
the
he
magazine.
got cast off of that.
West had been cast before. No, I don't have any other credits listed. I think it was just all small stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
He was just gonna ride Mandy Moore's coattails because
Uh-huh.
she was big, so this was gonna be a hit.
Well, listen to this.
What?
Shane West actually got cast before Mandy Moore.
What?
Yeah. So
Wow. So they didn't even have like the star power to
No.
go into this.
West got cast before Moore, and instead there was another pop star that they were in talks with.
Mm-hmm.
And they hadn't offered the role yet,
Yep.
but it was under strong consideration. And West actually read with this person
Mm-hmm.
and thought it went terribly and was
Mhm.
like, please do not go with this person.
Jessica Simpson.
Absolutely.
I knew it.
You freaking nailed
I
it.
feel like I knew this at one point.
Did you?
I think later in life, like in her, one of her books or whatever, she talked about that.
Oh,
or something.
okay.
Like how she was like, yeah, I would try to do Walk to Remember, but I didn't get it.
Yeah. So, like, she was in strong consideration. I
Yeah.
think she kind of just tripped at the finish line, so they went in a different direction.
Sure.
But yeah, Shane West was not a fan of hers, so that she was really bad to work with. So he was super excited when they brought on Mandy Moore because she was 17, he's 23. So what saved Mandy was, so there was like talks afterwards, like, well, do we want to go with this gal? She's only done some smaller stuff. She's not as big of a name as some of the other pop
Sure.
icons we've been talking with.
Mm-hmm.
What really got them gung-ho about Mandy was they heard her singing a song from Center Stage in the
Oh.
soundtrack. She does like a music video to it. Do you know what song this is?
Oh, I should know.
It was on the radio.
I can't think of what it is. Help me out.
He said, this girl sounds like an angel. That's literally what he said. And she sounded
it?
so
What
good,
is
Rach,
it?
as an angel. While you think about it, I'll tell you more of this story. He didn't know what she looked like. He's listening to it on the radio, and he's like, gosh, this girl just sounds... I love this voice. Like, it just seems like the girl for our movie that we're trying to cast right now. He's like, what's her name? Her name's Mandy Moore. He stops at Virgin Records, Spice Girls,
Yep.
which Britney Spears, by the way, is not
Nope,
Spice
she's
Girls.
with
I need to go
Jive.
back on that. She's with Jive. But Spice Girls label stops at Virgin Records store, pulls up the album, is like, oh my gosh, she even looks like an angel. That he was said to exclaim in the record store, "That's my girl."
Gosh, all these creepy men like making Mandy Moore the pop star she was.
Are you surprised in the
No,
late
I'm
90s
not.
that a bunch of creepy men are like, yeah,
that's how it
that's my
happened.
girl. Hey, baby, come on.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's so angelic.
Luminous.
Oh, she looks so virginal.
Yeah, I'm the mailman.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to have to give it to me. Or at least like start hum
Sure.
it for me.
Yep. I wanna be
Oh,
with you.
yes! Ow! I just hit my
say.
I just hit the shelf.
Oh, you okay?
I exclaimed my yes. Yes, that
so
is
excited.
a perfect example of what I'm talking about with her voice. It's like it's not bad. It's just lighter. It's just like she just flips all the time. She just
Yep.
flippity flip.
Yeah, she doesn't have a great voice, but her songs are catchy as hell. Like, she sings some freaking catchy tunes, bro. I enjoy all her songs. Even though I don't think her voice is that great, I enjoy every song.
We need vocalists of all kinds, right? Don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just can't pretend that people are better than they are, though.
That's right.
That's where I start to get hung up
Can we
on.
call her an everyman voice? An everywoman voice? Like we would call like
Sure.
a
you're
like
gonna
a Billy Joel
I
or
thought you were gonna
someone like
compare to-
someone who doesn't
Don't
have.
compare to Billy Joel.
I know. Okay, I know. I regretted it instantly.
I thought you
but
were
like,
gonna compare to Bob Dylan, which I knew other people would have a fit about, but I'd be like, yeah, like Bob
no,
Dylan.
No, because he's not an everyman. He has a very
Yeah,
unique
that's
voice.
true.
Like
It's almost a terrible voice.
just a person who just sings, and you're like, you know what? Your song is good, and that's why you get to sing it.
Sure.
And that's I don't know.
Oh my god.
Such a conundrum.
Yep. That's my girl.
That's my girl. She's the voice of an angel.
17 years old. That's my girl.
So pale skin.
Puffy lips. Shane West and Mandy Moore, they become good buds right off the bat.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
6 years? What's 6?
little showman's.
No, they don't actually have anything happen between them.
Yeah, right.
But they become really close and actually stay in touch even after this is done. But he gives her advice on her career, which is really funny because here I do have some things in. He hadn't done
he's modeled so much.
He
and
hadn't
he
done
wants
shit.
to.
Yeah, he'd been in that one magazine.
And she's a pop star, so yeah.
He had done some random TV and some really bad movies.
Okay.
So this was his big break as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he thought it was necessary to give her advice on how to act, which is really cool.
Makes a lot of sense.
After this movie, he does League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and he's on ER and Gotham, and then a bunch of random stuff. Right around this time of this movie, though, he is voted the superstar of tomorrow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I could see his face like on a Tiger Beat for some reason and being like, why does this guy get to be on Tiger Beat? Where's my normal guys? Leo!
But it's funny that, like, Superstar of Tomorrow and, like, his career, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen's a okay movie. And then, does some, like, TV, and then he's done.
Huh.
Yeah.
Not by choice.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. If you were going to be slated as the whatever of tomorrow, you were going to try to live up to that,
Oh,
weren't
for
ya?
sure. I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm surprised he didn't do, like, a bunch of romantic flicks or, like, chick flicks and stuff after this.
Yeah.
But maybe he
I'm
just wanted to
not.
get out of it. Oh, you aren't?
Yeah.
You don't think he's attractive enough?
I just don't think he likes it enough. I feel like he thinks he's like more of like an action-y lead guy in that sense, and like getting into like a rom comedy or even just like a romance novel type of thing isn't like really.
Yeah.
I could see him saying that was kind of cheese, and I think he's like a serious actor. He wants to be taken more seriously.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And you just
That's
got
the vibe
that
I get.
based on his acting? in
I
this
get
movie?
the vibe on that because of the necklaces that he wears in this like film. Like he always has like, these chain necklaces.
It's funny that you
It's
said
like,
that.
You're so serious.
He
aren't
chose all of his own chain necklaces.
You? Are you for real?
And he chose how many buttons were undone in every scene on his button-up shirt.
It's the buttons. He has so much chest showing.
Oh my
at
gosh.
times.
But we have a really good buddy in Mankato who loves to do one too many buttons undone. Like, that's a thing. People do that. And I always want to give him shit about it. Like, does she have to have that many buttons undone? What's the point? I can see your belly button.
I don't need to see your belly button.
Yeah.
Probably take it up a notch. We're not on a beach.
Yeah. So this movie was shot in Wilmington, North Carolina, and it took them How many days do you think to shoot it?
8.
That actually is super funny and would have made sense, but it took them
It felt like 8.
39 actually.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I see. Well, some retakes here and there.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw how much they had to rehearse for that drama scene.
Oh my gosh, can we talk about?
Yeah, let's talk
Can we
about
get
it.
into the play?
Let's get into the
play
play within the play. Yep.
First
yes,
off,
please.
it's written by a student.
Yeah, who looks like me in 5th grade.
Oh,
like,
that's
6th grade.
That's generous.
Like we had the same hair at that point.
Like a little squirt.
Yeah, and he's always pissy.
He writes this mob musical,
Yep.
and then the music is by Mandy Moore's character wrote
Yep.
the music for it, right?
Yep,
Didn't
you
she?
hear her practicing piano
She's
early in the
practicing
song.
the
She's getting ready for
songs.
it.
And all we can deduce from this play is that at the end of it, he is broken up with by his longtime girlfriend or whatever, and she pushes him on the shoulder, which they rehearse far too much in the montage
Over and over and over
scene.
again.
It's not even funny at a certain point.
No,
because
because it's just rehearsing the push and like her pivot on her left foot
So
over and over.
she
again.
leaves, and then all of a sudden this dark cloaked Mandy Moore comes in.
She looks like a witch almost.
Yeah,
at the start
she
of it.
looks like one of the emperors off of Star Wars. Like, she just comes in like fully cloaked, and you're like, wait, what time period are we? So the 1920s? I don't think people were wearing cloaks.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So, and then in this play, and then she takes it off, and she's like, surprise, I'm hot.
Yeah, I'm hot. I don't have the goofy ass bangs anymore. I curled my hair, and I look really good now.
I beat cancer. Don't I look great?
She really did look a lot
She looks
better.
so beautiful.
Yeah, she looked very cute.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
she's beautiful before, but it's like, oh,
Well,
yeah.
her bangs make her look pretty goofy.
They do a
before.
really good job at like dumbing her look down a little bit.
And now you know why I'm not a huge bangs guy.
This is stem from this movie.
I think it does.
That's so
I
great.
think it does.
Oh, anyway, yeah. So then she sings a song, and
Yep.
then that's the end of the show.
And
as
she
far as we
sings
know.
the song.
She sings the song that he is so enamored with her in this song. Like, she takes that cloak off. They must have never had a dress rehearsal before because
Yeah.
he acts like it's the first time he's ever
Well,
seen her
you
in
saw
a
them.
dress.
They were wearing rehearsal clothes in another scene that
Oh, I
they did.
see.
He had like a makeshift suit and a tie on, but he had his t-shirt on underneath, so you could tell. It was like, oh, you guys are wearing rehearsal clothes.
Yeah.
So they actually did tell the story of the rehearsal process,
Did they?
which I did appreciate.
That's good. Yeah, and he's just enamored with her, and the staging that was done for this
Oh my
number was just
gosh.
like incredible. It's like
Oh.
walk, 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 sing, hands in cupped,
Yeah, like in a
cupped
cup.
prayer.
Yep. Mhm.
Sit down for a little bit, get up, walk, 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 sing, hands in flat prayer.
Yep.
Whoa.
That's
and that
towards
is the climax of the song. It's like, and I did it.
Now, so here's one of the issues I had with this whole scene. Number one, their drama teacher is terrible. She's always like, you mentioned it, she's like always touching the
She was,
kids.
like moving their bodies, like, and then you're gonna stick your chest out because you're confident now, and then you're gonna put your hands in prayer like this, put them in prayer like
Yep.
this, like just like.
Too much physical contact, number one, made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Also, like, total, like, you do as I do, monkey see, monkey do me.
Mhm.
And then she almost, like, seemed, like, flirtatious with the bad boy every once in a while.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a moment post play where she comes up to Landon's character and she's like, "You were so great," and he's like, "Thanks," and he walks away, and then it cuts back to her and she like looks over her shoulder longingly, and
Yeah,
it's like,
like,
what is that subtext? Did we cut is this a deleted scene? I would really like to see that. Like,
Yeah.
is there something that happened?
Oh, I was falling in love with him, too.
Yeah.
But so she's a terrible director in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But she's also terrible in the sense that how she blocks out this musical theater song is absolutely atrocious. Like, it tells no story. You have no idea what's going on.
First off, we shouldn't blame her. We should blame the director
Yeah.
of said movie.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
she's
I'm not gonna.
just a character. Let's blame her. So you think you can dance, guy?
Yeah.
Who's never? So you think you can direct? Obviously not.
That's true. I shouldn't blame the fake director. I should blame the real director. That's a really great point because I was like, what a
What an
ridiculous
idiot.
character.
Gosh, that's how good she was.
Yeah.
She had you thinking.
I'll be honest.
That she
I
directed that show.
I respect her so much more as an actress now.
Maybe she was trying to be a bad
She
drama
was-
teacher.
She was great.
She was great. She's doing all the things you're supposed to be doing.
A+ to her. This is a huge moment, Rach. I'm really glad you pointed that
It was a
out.
breakthrough.
Yeah, but F that real director.
Yeah,
He's awful.
That was terrible. Just
Well, And
boring.
I thought, Mandy Moore, you freaking tour. How do you not have more presence on stage when you sing? Like she does this move. So we talk about the Eddie Redmayne, right? When
Eddie Redmayne?
Eddie Redmayne, when he like has his head tilted down, he looks up at you like while his head's tilted down.
Sure.
And there's like people have little tricks.
He's got a look. Yeah.
Mandy Moore's Eddie Redmayne look
I'm ready.
is she looks at you and she like pouts her lips in the same way that Brie Larson makes fun of in Scott Pilgrim. It's like, oh,
That's
Scott.
very. There you go. That's very
She's
specific.
pouted lips all the time, like almost like a kissy face, but not a kissy face. It's pouty.
And it's almost like one eyebrow, like slightly, like goes up, like yes, I know I'm gorgeous. I'm beating cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's very self-confident in that number. I can see why he falls in love with her almost instantly.
But she has no like charisma on stage. Like she doesn't make any choices. It made me think, what do you do on tour? What does your tour look like? If I had to listen to 12 songs that you just did this on, and I paid $100 for the ticket, I'd be so mad.
Yeah. But everyone in the town is enamored with her.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone is
Everybody
just like
who's sleeping wakes
gobsmacked.
up.
They're like, wow. And then the curtain falls and they're like standing ovation.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah,
Small town girl.
The play ends on this random song.
Yeah.
The girl, okay. So
we don't know for sure, but
so here's what we know
it's
about the
edited
plot.
that way.
Landon owns a club. His girlfriend leaves. He's mad at him, walks out. The witch comes on, which exposes themselves to be club singer and really gorgeous. Sings a song to Landon, and then the curtain falls.
Yeah.
That's the story? 6th grade me should be ashamed of himself. That's a terrible plot.
Oh, play within a play, man.
Hey, and then what happens at the very end?
Of the play?
Yeah.
He kisses her.
He adds
a kiss.
a kiss.
That little dick.
That's such a faux pas.
You know that's her first kiss, too.
You
So
do.
that makes
Totally
it
do.
extra not okay.
Oh,
That
guys.
is extra not okay to do that.
Yeah, for sure. We've come
It is
so
not romantic. It is
Nope,
not okay.
It's not. We've
Nope.
come so far in this degree with intimacy training and intimacy directing when it comes to theater that is beyond unacceptable.
Beyond.
If I were to,
Even in a movie, it's beyond.
if I were to act across from somebody and add a kiss randomly during performance, I should be blacklisted. Like it is bonkers.
It is a
Can't do
no-go. But you know what? This is his first play, and maybe they didn't go over that on day one.
Yeah.
Like rehearsal expectations. Do not.
Do I have to start giving that as rehearsal expectations when I direct?
I don't know. Maybe.
Hey guys, just so you know, no adding kisses unless we do an intimacy
No
rehearsal.
walk to remember moments. Have you guys seen that? You
Yeah.
haven't? All right, go watch it.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, the play within a play is a real
That's
bonkers moment.
spectacular.
Yep.
Would love to see that movie.
Honestly, kind of a turning point in the movie for me.
The play within a play.
Yeah, because the whole first part when we're just following these like dickheads and he's being a dick and
Sure.
you have two people who I don't know who to like.
Mm-hmm.
I think once we get past the play within a play, the movie really opens up for me and I start to enjoy it a lot
Yeah.
more.
Once we realize that she's hot.
No, she goes back to bangs.
Yeah, but we know now. We can't unsee it.
Oh, that's
we
true.
remember what she looked
yeah,
like.
as we walk, we remember.
Yep. That's precisely it.
This movie borrowed sets from some popular TV of the day. Do you want to guess what show?
The OC.
Nope. Really close, though.
Really?
Yeah, actually, it was only
Is
one
it?
show. Yeah, this show that I'm referring to is very close to the OC.
What was it?
A little bit before that.
Just say it.
No, you just say it.
No, I'm gonna flip your thing.
No,
I'm gonna get obstinate.
don't flip it.
Tell me, what is it?
Okay, do your first guess. I'll tell you how dumb that is. Do your second guess. It was Dawson's Creek.
Oh.
Yeah. The school
The
was
school.
Dawson's Creek's.
Okay.
The hospital was Dawson's Creek's.
Wow.
And Landon's house was also a set piece from Dawson's Creek.
Interesting.
Yeah. They borrowed a lot from them.
How neat
In
is
North
that?
Carolina.
In North and the state.
They also went. Yeah.
Dawson's Creek.
Wilmington.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Now, there was another film. Get this.
I'm...
There was another film being filmed in this random.
Wait, what? Back up.
End new bunch of trivia. No, in this random ass North Carolina town, Wilmington,
Yeah?
there's another film that's being filmed that you have seen. I've mentioned wanting it to be on Summers Off, but sometimes you resist because you don't think people have heard of it.
Fried green tomatoes.
No, good guess though.
No,
'cause
it's not.
That would also be one that would fit this stipulation.
Hmm.
The Divine Secrets
Of the Yaya Sisterhood?
was filming in this exact same town at this exact same time.
What?
Yep.
That was around this time?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, man, now you stole trivia from that. Now we can never do it.
No, we can't.
That's the only trivia
No.
I have for that movie.
You know, it's fun to like bounce back. As you remember from our Walk to Remember episode.
Yeah, I actually let's put this out to our listeners. Hey guys, this is your chance to write in. I really enjoyed that movie, Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood.
And I want to watch it.
And Ty wants to watch it. I think it's actually like legit, but I don't know if it would be interesting. So is this just like a Ty and Rach watch, or would you guys be interested in it? Just like
was Ladybugs an interesting watch for the Summers Off viewers?
I don't know.
You know, like
probably not.
I don't know. Probably
Hopefully they didn't watch it because that was atrocious.
Yeah.
It's
But
terrible
not as atrocious as
filmmaking.
Spice World.
Everyone loves Spice World.
No, that's not true.
I would love to see the numbers. Let's check the numbers after this to see if people loved Spice World or not.
Okay.
Put your money where your mouth is.
So, because Mandy Moore was only 17, and they had to have special work deals set up for her.
She's a child.
Yep, she is a child. She's a
Legally.
minor.
Yep.
So she could only work 10 hours a day.
Oh, nice.
And they also had to have like a tutor with her. I think she had to do like 15
Finish
hours
school.
of tutoring every week and stuff.
Oh, gosh. That sucks, too.
She struggled big time with one facet of acting that was just really tricky for her. And Shane West had to like teach her all about it. Blocking. Explain for some of our non-theatrical
Blocking?
people what is blocking.
In the film world?
Yeah, because you still hit your marks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're in the shot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to give you like a really like third grade definition.
that's
I mean,
fine.
blocking is like how you move on stage and how that makes sense with how other people are moving on stage. It's
And
oftentimes it's planned, or at least you have like a skeleton of, hey, by this line, I need you to be over here because that's going to open up because so-and-so enters from this way. And sorry, I'm using my hands a lot.
yeah, she bumped the mic with her hands.
Yeah, basically just, the choreographed movement on stage, not in a dance.
Yeah. Yep. Nice. Good job.
Yeah.
And before intimacy rehearsals, I should have brought this up when we were talking about the kiss, but those two, to get comfortable,
Made out in
no.
the back of his muscle car for hours until it felt natural.
kind of.
What?
They had to practice
No.
and I think this was the director made them do this. They had to practice the kissing scenes from day one to help build chemistry.
Oh, jeez. Wait, what?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So from day
Throw
one,
you off the
they-
deep end,
they
do the
first
kissing
meet.
scene so that you have this force, that's gonna make you guys
Chemistry?
like comfortable around each other. The
how
fact
about
that,
you just like hang out and like you get to know each other?
Yeah.
Like Connie Britton and Kyle Chandler
like-
driving with each other to go to the Friday Night Lights set or something.
Yeah,
Like you don't
do
have
it
to
the
kiss.
do it the normal way, you know what I'm saying?
You can just talk about it.
Just like talk about it.
Talk about
I think
yourselves.
sometimes, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think sometimes in film when they haven't done the kiss, or in TV shows when they haven't kissed in a while and they have that much like chemistry, it just kind of naturally builds. Like in Friends, Ross and Rachel, like they had like off-screen chemistry and like they flirted a lot, and then they got to a point where they were like, wouldn't it be it's going to be kind of a shame that we're not going to have our first like real life kiss until we just do it on the stage or on filming, and then they just decided to do that because then that made it more special, and you can see that in that episode. It's like, yeah, I can tell that's a first kiss.
Yeah,
that's a steamy first kiss. So, but maybe I don't know. Again, he's the director here.
Yeah,
he's the one getting paid the big bucks. He's the expert on intimacy, so we should just he's probably
so
knew
you
what he
think
was.
you could dance?
So you think you can direct? That's so random. And as a 17-year-old actress, I would be so uncomfortable with that.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Wait, I have to do what on day one? Like, I don't even like.
I don't know this
I
person.
don't know
yet.
this guy.
There's
I'm
no
not.
trust built
I'm
up.
not really an actress, to be honest. Like, I'm just kind of like, this is like my first big movie. Like, can we go a little slower? I don't know.
Yeah, it's
again,
weird.
That's what you want, Mandy. You want to be in the biz. Throw you in the deep end.
So, speaking of being in this new biz,
Yeah.
and with the changes that come along with that, let's talk hair.
Yeah.
So, Mandy Moore was always a blonde, right? And Candy?
Yeah, yeah. Was it this film that after this, then she was brunette for a bit?
She decided to go. So, the character in the book is blonde.
Oh.
And so it wasn't like a thing she had to do for the movie. She got on set. Mandy was really nervous, and she would talk to Shane about like, well, I kind of want to see this. Like they had a lot of conversations. That's how you build trust, not kissing on the first day. They'd have all these conversations about like, yeah, I'm really nervous about jumping into this industry and like growing and like evolving as a performer. And she's like, I kind of have this idea that I'm thinking about changing my hair dark, even though the character in the book is blonde. And Shane was like, you should do it. And so she did. And then she kind of never went back. Like she'd flirt with blonde hair every once in a while, but her main look is brunette now.
Yeah.
And it started with this movie, just kind of on a whim.
Is fascinating.
Yeah.
And also that she got to make that call.
Another one of those moments where it's like, how come everybody has cool costume designers where this always works for them? And like, I'm like, hey, can I not grow a stupid ass mustache? And they're like, no, you're gonna do it. No, you can never cut your hair for 6 months. Like, like I always get shitty people, and they get cool people who are like, oh, you want to grow a mustache, Robert De Niro in Godfather 2? Yeah, do it.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
There.
You want to go brunette, Mandy?
Walk
Let's
this
see
journey together.
Yeah.
Well, I would say I think that was a bold choice. It's like there's the singer Mandy and then there's the actress Mandy. And the actress Mandy has brown hair and the singer Mandy has blonde hair.
It's like Hannah Montana. I never pieced that together before.
Well, hold on. Hannah Montana, I think she was blonde both times. She just had like the bangs.
Oh, wait, not Hannah Montana. What am I thinking of with, what's her name? Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, it's Hannah Montana.
That's Hannah Montana. No, she is.
She's not brunette normally. She's blonde, but she just doesn't have like the big blonde
When she
bangs.
performs, she has a different hair color. Haven't you seen that show?
Yeah. Big blonde hair and bangs. She has bangs. Bangs is the thing for Hannah Montana.
She never changes her hair color?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I'm
pretty sure she goes from one hair color to the next.
I mean, maybe you're right.
In that show.
I wouldn't know. You watched it more than I did.
Only because of Trev. To be fair, only because of Trev.
Oh, so you admit it.
Rach is looking it up right now. I'll vamp for you while you find the answer out for that.
Go for it.
So the mom to Shane West's character, Landon's mom.
Daryl Hannah.
Yep. And what was Daryl Hannah from?
Splash.
Yeah, I didn't remember
You didn't know that? And a couple of things.
I've seen Splash, but I just didn't
Kill
recognize
Bill?
her. Yeah, she is in Kill Bill. That's what I have written
she's
down.
Badass.
Yeah. So Daryl Hannah plays Cynthia Carter, and I had you look for something physically with her. I was like, look at her face.
You said look at her face.
Did you notice anything interesting about her face?
I mean, Daryl Hannah kind of has like big lips. Is that what you're talking about?
It's interesting you mentioned that.
She just does.
No, she doesn't naturally.
Oh, really?
She had lip injections right before this shoot, and they got super puffy, and her face
no.
got all puffed up and swollen, and they had to like hide it with makeup, and they had to like delay some of her shots because her face was so messed up.
Well, okay, so what I'll say is, as a younger actress, she had an interesting mouth, and I bet like as she got older, she's like, I gotta try to keep fresh. I'm gonna do this movie with this hot young Hannah Montana lookalike Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore with her pouty lips.
All right, you're right. She was brunette when she's not.
Boosh.
You were totally right.
I told you she's like
gosh.
one color when she's normal, when she's like a kid at school.
She's like a dirty blonde.
She's another kid. Okay.
It's like
no, she's total brunette. You're showing me the picture right there. That's brown hair.
It's,
That's brown hair.
There's some blonde
That's
highlights.
darker hair than you have right now.
That's true. You're right. Okay.
Yep.
I agree.
Winner.
Winner. Glad we put that to bed.
Yep, for sure. But how embarrassing would that be if your like face started to swell up because you got these injections right before the shoot, and you'd be like, "Oh no, am I getting kicked out?" It's like Goldie Hawn and
this is for the viewers because we don't have any viewers.
Rachel's.
That's not funny.
It's not funny because they can't see it, but I can see it.
That's just
She looked like Goldie Hawn in First Wives Club.
Fill them up.
You fill them up. For the soundtrack, they enlisted the help of an
Mandy
unknown
Moore.
band at the time. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. You want to get into that?
Guys, we were during the scene where they're in his car, and she's got this like bucket list of things that she wants to get done, and she's like, "Oh, I want to tattoo," and you're like, "Oh, cool!" And so he gives her these like little sticky tattoos. It's very like sensual.
Yeah,
on the shoulder.
His shoulder.
And there's
Sexy
a song
shoulder.
on like the radio, and we're like listening to it. That's like, well, that's so funny. Whatever they're listening to, like it sounds like Mandy Moore. And as it went on and on, we're like, I think that is Mandy Moore on the radio. And you looked at it, and it was, lo and behold.
That was the second time that had happened, too, in that movie. There was another time where she was listening to the radio, and it was also Mandy Moore.
Is she just, as a character, was she just listening to, like, herself as her church choir singing? Or
That's the question. Or do we live in a world where this character exists in the same universe as Mandy Moore in real life?
like
Or-
another, like a deeper version of Hannah Montana.
Yeah. Is she recording herself and listening to her own self sing, which
Yeah.
is very pompous?
And very much like this character to do.
Yeah,
I think.
egotistical. This is a very egotistical character.
I just love to hear myself sing to God because I have a beautiful gift and I love God.
He's
and
like,
he
no,
loves my voice.
I want to listen to this rock music that naturally says no mercy because we're against God. And then no, she's like, I want to listen to myself sing about God.
Oh, when they were having the radio fight, going
That
back
wasn't
and
the
forth
time.
between.
There was
Oh,
another
okay.
time, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, she definitely creeps on in the soundtrack. Who else is on the soundtrack?
A band from San Diego
Mm-hmm.
who nobody had ever heard of,
Mm-hmm.
but Mandy Moore had seen them in concert and absolutely loved them. They actually had no idea who she was,
Oh.
but she was a fan of them, even though she was the star.
Mm-hmm.
It was the band.
Switchfoot.
Dare you to move.
Was that right?
Yep.
Is that who that is?
That was right. Yeah, so all those Switchfoot songs you heard, I think
Mm-hmm.
we only heard 2, but those were their big breaks.
'Cause
They were just
Switchfoot
a local San Diego
It's kind
band.
of like a Christian
Yeah,
band,
for
or
sure.
what is that called?
Christian
when it's,
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's still like, I don't know.
Still
is there
mainstream?
yeah, like I don't know, just like positive rock or something like that. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't.
sure.
It's not necessarily like anything in the lyrics about God per se, but like it's just like positive light music.
Yeah,
for-
I think they are
But the
Christian
Christian rock
band,
is
though.
what
I
it
think
calls
they're
it.
Christian.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're right. There are bands like that too. Mm-hmm.
You love Switchfoot.
I liked them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially around this time.
I liked them too around this time.
I thought they were really
Mm-hmm.
good. Yeah, no shame. I'll wear it like a badge of honor.
I know you do. You actually don't mind Christian rock.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Because what other Christian rock could you even think of?
It's so sneaky, though. I will say, no offense to anyone if you like Christian rock, that's totally fine. But I find when I hover on the radio and I'm scanning and I'm just like searching for something to listen to,
what's this new
I'll come
song?
across. I'm like, ooh, this is catchy. I kind of like this, and then all of a sudden it's like, died for my sins. I was like, oh, I don't know. It's just not for me. I don't
Yeah.
Really.
Yep. I'm kind of the same way. I appreciate it, but it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie released on January 25th, 2002. Do you have nobody in your family? You have like 4 birthdays in January.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody?
Not on the
January
5th, though.
25th? Okay.
Nope. Wait, 25th?
25th.
Oh, yeah. Tori's birthday.
Oh, Tori, you share a birthday with this movie, you lucky dog, you. It made $14 million its opening weekend. I don't think I checked out how much it cost, but I doubt it cost that much.
Everyone worked for free.
Yep. It debuted at number 5.
Okay.
Now, I bet you're curious.
Yeah.
What was movie number 4?
I am. Can you tell me?
Movie number 4 was one of Ty's favorite movies of all time.
Anchorman.
Nope. Good guess.
Around that time.
Yeah. That was a summer movie, though.
Oh, sure.
I think, anyway. I saw it in the summer.
One of the Lord of the Rings.
No. Another good guess, though.
Okay.
We were freshmen. This movie came out. It's in my top 5.
Toy Story 3?
Toy Story's not my top 5. But I love Toy Story 3.
I've literally given you 5 good guesses. You need to get me.
You only guessed 2 movies. It was Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, I would not have guessed that coming around this time.
Yeah. I saw that in the theaters.
I kind of think of that as like a late 90s movie for some reason. I don't know
That
why.
makes sense because, I mean, it's 2002, so early 2000s, late 90s. It's kind of
Yeah,
it's kind of its own time
It's true.
period.
Yeah.
Right? Like all the
It's not that
I
far
kind of
off.
think of when it was the boy bands and the pop queens, like that's all like one time period. Which is to me it's like 98 to like 2003.
Yeah, we're right on the tail end of that
Yep.
era. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotcha.
Number 3 at the time was Beautiful Mind.
Oh, good one.
Number 2 was one of your top 5, Snow Dogs. And
Is that with Cuba getting Junior?
yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
I think I watched it. It was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it's not good.
Well, that was number 2, you know.
Number 1, which had been number 1 for a while, was with yo boy, Black Hawk Down.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good movie.
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this movie fell really fast after staying at number 5 for 2 weeks in a row.
Oh,
It just
it
plummeted.
fell?
Yeah, it like jumped to like 12.
Oh.
It was a big, stark drop off for it.
Sure.
So even though chart-wise, I do have it written down. Even though chart-wise it wasn't great, the movie cost just under $12 million to make, and it grosses $47 million, partly because it does so well in Asia.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right then.
This movie kills it abroad.
They love Shane West over there.
I
Is that it?
guess
Oh, he just looks like he could do everything. That
Yeah,
bad
we
boy.
love him.
He's so smoldering, and that's so sweet and sensitive.
Yeah, we gotta get him in a K-pop group. So, taglines. Listen to these tags and tell me what you like.
Mhm.
Find out who you are and do it on purpose.
That's Dolly Parton's quote.
Oh, that is
That's
the
her
Dolly
quote.
Parton quote. They
That's
read on
Dolly
the quote
Parton's
book.
quote. Are they allowed to make a tagline someone else's quote?
They did.
They didn't even give her credit in that. If I was Dolly Parton, I'd be like, excuse you, that's Dolly Parton's
No,
quote.
they said that Mandy goes, I always thought she was smart.
Find out who you are and do it on purpose. It's Dolly Parton.
I always thought she was smart.
Again, that's your piety.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolly Parton is smart.
Yeah. Who are you to think that maybe she... Yeah, we don't care what you think. Here's another one. She didn't belong. She was misunderstood. And she would change him forever. And then the last one. There's more to attraction than meets the eye.
I mean, the best one is Dolly Parton's quote. It really is.
I always thought she was smart.
That's what it should be.
All right.
I don't like any of those.
This is going to be a shocking part for you.
Okay.
What do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score is on this movie?
Ooh.
Don't look down as I set this iPad down.
Oh, because it's gonna tell me. Oh, that's tricky. I don't think it's fresh.
You would be correct.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I think fresh being 46, so I think just kidding. It's 64. Is that what it is?
No.
I keep forgetting.
Wait, what?
60?
Wait, again.
Wait, 60?
Again, I want to tackle this.
Wait, what is it?
You think 64% means it's fresh, 63 means it's rotten?
Don't know. What is it? 60?
What? How is this so
55?
hard for you? It's 60% is fresh.
60%. Very good.
I would understand if your guesses were always 50%.
I just kind of thought in my head, how did I get 46? Did I flip it? Was it
Oh
64?
my gosh.
Is that what it was?
Oh. Okay, yeah, it's not fresh. It's not 46 or 64%.
Okay. Well then, if it's not fresh, I'll go with 46%.
It's not 46. It's much lower.
Much lower.
Much lower. This isn't the part that's going to shock you. The setup that this is going to bring is going to shock you.
Oh, okay. So like 20s?
27%, which is
27.
about what you're like, I get this movie probably in the 20s before you guessed,
Yeah,
right?
I did say that.
So the 27%
For my vote.
was the critics' consensus.
Okay.
The audience score.
Oh God.
What do you think the audience score is on this movie?
I know a lot of people love this movie, so I am gonna get some flack for this. Audience score is probably like 98.
No, that's way too high.
Good.
It wasn't that
I'm
high.
glad to hear that. Because you think like, who goes to this movie?
Yep.
People who love these movies. You
Sure.
don't go to it if you don't want to see it. So
Yep.
you would love it. Audience is 72.
Really close. 78%.
Aha.
Yep. So
Wow.
huge difference between
Huge
critics and
difference.
audience there.
Huge difference.
Here's the critics' consensus they give. Though wholesome, the Mandy Moore vehicle, A Walk to Remember, is also bland and oppressively syrupy.
Ooh, oppressively syrupy.
Oppressively
Ooh,
syrupy.
What a fun visual that
Whoever
is.
writes these sometimes just like really nails it with some of the nuances of the language.
Yeah,
They're really
can you
fun.
just like picture yourself drowning in syrup?
Yeah,
like,
like,
oh, it's oppressively syrupy. Oh, no more. Next time I make pancakes, I'm gonna make it oppressively syrupy.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. So here's what some of the major editorials said. The New York Post said, "The bland leading the bland."
That's so good. Oh, I gotta give a snap to that.
my
That's
gosh.
great.
I know it's New York Post too.
Bland leading the
which is usually not a fun publication.
because it's so layered.
Here's what the Brits say from BBC.
Ooh, what did the Brits say?
Mandy Moore only has herself to blame for choosing such tooth-rottingly sentimental weepy as this.
Those Brits, they have no hearts. Hate
Oh my
sentimentality.
Yep. Yeah, they'd much rather have you act like
Oh my
buffoons like
gosh.
Spice World and stuff.
Yeah, I love
and-
that though. That's
yep.
great.
Now, Ebert thought the leads were charming.
Oh,
So that's what Roger Ebert thought.
yeah.
And then the San Francisco Chronicle says, a story about intelligent high school students that deals with first love sweetly, but also seriously. It is also beautifully acted.
Where's it? Los Angeles Times? Is that
The San Francisco Chronicle.
Enough said.
The part that just gets me is the intelligent high school.
Yeah.
Like,
What gave you that?
which students are we talking? Are we just talking about Mandy and Shane, or are we
Is
talking
it
about
because
everybody?
Landon becomes a doctor? Is that what you're talking about? What are we, what are we
we don't
talking
even know
about
that.
here?
We just know he goes to med school.
Who's-
That could be
yeah.
physical therapy. He could be
That's
doing
true.
anything.
Yeah.
Moore and West won an award for this movie.
Who's Moore and West?
Mandy Moore and Shane
Oh,
West.
Moore and West.
Yep.
I thought Moore and West was like a name. I was like, is that Shane's
You need to
wife?
know who that is.
Who's? Oh, what did they do? They won.
They won
something?
an award. They won a Teen Choice Award.
Yes, best kiss.
No, close.
Best dressed.
She wears the goofiest
I know.
clothes all the time. Can you imagine?
Best greasy bangs. Best
No,
cross necklaces.
You'll never guess because the wording is weird.
Okay.
Best choice chemistry.
Oh.
Yeah. I suppose because it's Teen Choice Awards. That's why they probably made the
Yeah.
award choice chemistry.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like choice. You know how people say that?
Choice.
Like, oh, that's so
Yeah,
choice.
It could have been.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yep.
Which I think
get
is
it.
cooler. All right. I'm going to get into some trivia.
No
and I wanna-
Razzies.
No Razzies.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nailed it.
Good.
Better than Spice World. I guess Razzies.
It knows what it was. It
does
knows and it loves it.
Oh, I looked up some of those Beatles movies, Rotten Tomatoes scores that I hate so much.
Oh yeah.
They freaking kill it.
Oh, I'm
Those
sure.
scores are so high. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it's probably blasphemy for some of my words that I said,
Sure.
but yeah, I
Like
hated
little
them.
visual masterpieces that don't make any sense
Apparently,
to
people
us.
just loved them.
Yeah. Well.
So here's a little bit of trivia action here for you. Shane West loved that car that he drove so much, he bought it for $5,000 at the end of the shoot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
That
That's
is
cool
a good
car.
deal. I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I thought it would have been like he bought it for $30,000
Yeah.
or $50,000.
He spent his whole check on it. It might have been $5,000. We don't know what he got paid.
Mandy Moore said in an interview that this movie is the singular thing that she is most proud of in her career. This movie, out of everything.
When did she say that?
She said
an
this
interview?
not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yep, in the 2010s.
In the 2010s. Well.
I don't know how hot This Is Us was at that point in time. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know if it had started yet. Because I will say, I think Mandy's pretty good in This Is Us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Mhm.
Has she been nominated for anything for that?
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
I think so. Globes, at least.
Yeah. I saw an article just recently today
Mhm.
that said like Mandy Moore. It's about time Mandy Moore won a Globe at least. Is like the name of the article.
Won a Globe at least. I don't disagree with that.
Mandy is fairly religious, and
I'm not surprised by that.
Sparks is very Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
and so this movie, she says, strengthened her. And I don't know if she was Catholic, but she says it strengthened her connection to Catholicism. Did you feel like watching it because you grew up Catholic? Did you feel like this movie kind of strengthened your Catholicism as well? Do you feel like going back to the church?
I mean, what I'll say is like the pastor dad was so mean and so rude.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's not Catholic, I don't think, in that movie.
no, I don't think
He
so.
don't seem Catholic to me.
Who knows?
He didn't wear anything. like that.
No, and he was married and he had a daughter,
Yeah.
so no.
I love how long it took
Wait a
us to
minute.
figure that out.
No. Yeah, I just, why are like pastor dads in movies always such dicks? You know, like
Mhm.
Footloose. Pastor
Yeah.
dads are always just kind of mean and grumpy and not very Christian like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
just It's the piety. It's the piety for me.
Oh my gosh.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Didn't bring you back to the church? You don't want to go to a Catholic
No, it didn't help.
church
It didn't help
next
that.
week? Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. This movie was going to be PG-13, but they were able to drop it to PG when they edited one sequence. I don't know if you have any guesses on what it might be. There was one sequence where they show something that was supposed to be a lot dirtier, but they ended up toning it way down to get a PG rating.
Is it? It's hard because they wouldn't have done anything before marriage.
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with like them doing stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thing that was dirtier.
Yeah.
Is it the flyer?
Yes.
Oh, so yeah, these bullies, they take Mandy Moore's beautiful face from a picture of her at the play, and they use Photoshop and they put it on this model, this like bikini model, and it says like Virgin Mary. It's like
it doesn't even look good. It looks terrible.
It's so bad. And yes, I know that like high schoolers send around memes of each other, and it's mean. I get that. So like it's not like it's totally out of like left field for high school behavior, but like just like the way that it gets like strewn around the school, and everyone's just like laughing at it and pointing at her. It's like, what in what world?
Yeah.
In what world did this? And it honestly, listeners, if this did happen to you in your world, I'm really sorry, and please let us know about that because
Sure.
I want to know. If this is
especially as educators, we need to know to keep our eye out for the flyers that are rolling around.
Unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
Wow. Is that you? Nice spot.
Hey, man. God, no wonder you've been keeping it locked up, man. I had no idea this was underneath all that.
Dean, stop it.
You stay out of this. This is... We're through. That's great. We are through. We are through forever.
You okay?
You made a mistake, Landon.
Sure. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hey! You little chicken shit!
But also, I thought the flyer just in general looked terrible. Like, they put no time. And there's 4 of them working on it. And they put no time into it. Like, it looks wretched. It's like, at least have pride in your work. Like, they like slapped her photo of her staring straight on to a model who's staring off to the side. Like, it just makes her look like she's in an Exorcist film. Like, didn't even blend it or anything. It looks wretched.
I think like her picture's in black and white, or her picture's in color, and then the body's in black and white, so it's like, who even just to like make it extra like obvious that this is not her.
Have some pride in your work. At least make it look good.
And then like the pukiest part for me happens right after that. Like obviously she's upset and she's like running out of the school, and Shane West is running after her after he's just like punched out somebody, and like he puts his arms around her and he's like, "It's okay, baby, it's okay."
Baby, I'm sorry. Okay? They're animals, all right? You want me to take you home? Let's get out of here.
They're not even dating right now,
He's
and
calling
he
her
calls
baby.
her baby.
He calls her baby a couple times
He calls
in the
her
movie.
baby another time too, and it also makes me want to retch.
I mean, we say babe sometimes to each other.
Yeah.
But I think
it's different.
You don't do it right off the bat.
You don't do it off the bat, and you don't do it. It just like it makes it feel like there's this like weird power dynamic between this couple. Like there's this little fawn, like, oh no, Mandy Moore, and because she's not a weak character, but like it makes it seem like she's just like. And he's like this predatory kind of guy, like, oh, let me take care. Come on, baby. Like, I'll take care of you, baby.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, just it's
baby.
gross. I don't know. I had a reaction like,
Well, that photo that they were passing around though.
Yeah.
It's supposed
Back to
be
that. Sorry.
a naked photo. Besides, just like the
Sure.
stuff blurred out. I don't know how they were gonna do it with what, but
Yeah.
it was supposed to be like somebody pretty much naked.
Uh-huh.
And then they got slapped with a PG-13 rating, so they went back and they re-edited it to be.
So they had the PG.
Yeah, just a chick in her bikini or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So the book actually has a very different ending. The book is ambiguous about whether she dies or not.
Oh, really?
It ends with just like, Who knows how long this will last? Will it last forever? Will it last like another month? Who knows? But all we know is these two characters are happy and that they're married now. They're together.
Interesting.
So that's how the book ends. Yep.
What do you like better?
I like that she died.
I do. I do too.
Because
I want her to die.
Otherwise, I would think like it's too bubblegummy. I'd be like, come on, like make a choice.
Well, it's also like, why did you guys rush to get married? You could have gone off to college together, and like, yeah, it kind of makes it need to feel like, no, see, it was good. You guys got married as children.
Yep. Yeah, you guys had to get married as kids because she died. Like, I took it she died even before the fall. He mentions they had a great summer together, and they had more love in that summer than most people have in their lifetime.
Again, don't need to know that. That's gonna give you a PG-13 rating.
No, he said they showed more love.
Jamie and I had a perfect summer together, with more love than lots of people know in a lifetime. And then she went, with her unfailing faith.
Not they made more love.
They made the most love anyone's ever made in a summer.
They made more love that summer than most people get in a lifetime. 4 times a day, tops. Easy.
Oh, God.
Her dad never saw her again. So there's debate about what the walk to remember is.
Now that you say that,
So here's the debating factions.
Let's hear.
Okay. There are some people who think it's when she walks down the aisle to get married at the end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some people think it's when they're walking along the pier and he says, "I love you."
Mm.
There's another group that thinks it's when he walks past his friends when they're together. You know, when they're walking holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
Most people think it's just the marriage walk. That's got to be it, right?
I think it's that one. And I think that also because at the end, there's a line after she's died and he's talking to the dad. And he talks about, like, he sees her coming towards him. And he remembers.
Yeah,
I always want to remember whatever her name is. Janie. What's her name?
No. Landon.
I always want to remember
Mandy.
Moore walking towards me. He literally, I think, says that. So I think we're going to just keep that. I bet that's what it is.
Oh, okay, cool.
I feel really good about that.
So I have some other things, just like a couple of things to like wrap up. So stuff about acting, stuff about your score and things like that in your review. But let's get into some random things that you have written down. I have some random shit written down as well.
Yeah. Let me think. I think we got into a lot of them just randomly. But we talked about the worst blocking ever.
Uh-huh.
Something we didn't talk about. So he, at one point, is so desperate when he finds out that she has cancer, and he goes to his dad. His dad and he have a strained relationship. His dad left him, and we know that his dad is well off because Landon's character goes to this big house and is like knocking on the door and like keeps pounding on it for like maybe 3 seconds, and then like gives up and is like, oh, whatever, and is like walks away, and then like obviously
it's the most ridiculous thing ever. Like his dad lives in a house and is sleeping. There's no way he's gonna be down at that door within 10 seconds. He actually gets down there super fast.
Yeah,
like he literally like ran out of bed.
Yeah.
And got there. And so it's kind of miraculous, but he's already pissed off. Like, it's taking you too long, Dad.
Yeah, and this, idiot kid is like, yeah, she's got cancer. I need you to come look at her right now. And his dad's like, I'm a cardiologist. Like, what are you? I don't know her. Like, I need to talk to her doctor. Like, I can't help you. And he's like, yeah, fine, whatever, Dad. No, you couldn't help me. And he like runs off. It's like, oh my gosh, like what?
You need your help.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
It's my girlfriend. Jamie, she's got cancer, okay? And I need you to come and see her right now.
Okay, will you calm down?
Can you help me or not?
I don't know her case. I don't know her history. I'd have to talk to her physician. I'm a cardiologist. I can't.
Yeah, just forget it. I knew it.
Would you wait? Landon, wait!
What a freaking idiot.
Look, Dad, I know she has leukemia and she's had it for 2 years, but they say she's going to die anytime. I need you to see her now!
Again, I'm a cardiologist.
Yeah.
I don't... Leukemia...
Does she have a problem with her heart?
Cancer in skin. I don't know what it is. Lymph nodes. It's different. It's all very different, son. The body is. And then he goes on to be a doctor, which is incredible.
Yeah, for
given
sure.
that little snippet into his knowledge of specialties. Ooh, that part made me laugh.
How about the part where Mandy Moore drives 10 miles an hour around town?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She literally is the slowest driver I've ever seen in my entire life. And she goes past this diner really slow. And that part like made sense, but even before that, like you can see the landscape going past the window. It's so slow. Like she's crawling down the street. It's wild.
Oh, I love that. Can we just talk about like the famous line? And you say this to me all the time.
I've
and
got a couple famous lines.
These are
well,
the
not
lines,
famous lines, but lines I liked.
Sure. This is a line that like you got me with, and you're like, "See, you don't know that movie because you should know this line." And I was like, I don't remember that line. It sounds stupid."
Yeah.
What's the line, Ty?
You have to make me one promise.
What's
Promise
that?
you won't fall in love with me. I told you. I told you, don't fall in love with me. She said, I made you promise, don't fall in love with me.
Now would be the time to say something.
I told you not to fall in love with me.
I
says
love that line. That line, along with like Han Solo's "I Know," like there are certain lines that I think are iconically romantic, and this is one of them.
It's not romantic.
I told you, don't fall in love with me.
Why would I fall in love with her? Like, why does she say that? Why does she say that to him?
She's being serious.
I know she is.
She's trying to keep herself distanced because she's like, we can be friends, we can get close, but you better not fall in love with me.
Why does she
Because
think...
I'm going to die soon.
Yeah, I know.
That's the romance.
But, like, as a character, like, in her psyche,
yeah,
she thinks that highly of herself that she thinks, like, you're going to spend time with me, and I'm so lovable. You're going to fall in love with this pasty, greasy-banged, cool girl as I spout Bible verses at
she
you. Like,
probably said the same thing to the playwright, that little, like, 12-year-old who wrote the play. She says things to all those guys.
yeah, he's got a random line, too, that I just overheard, and I was like, what was that? So she and the playwright, the little twerp who wrote it, are walking out of the school after, like, rehearsal one day, and he's like, don't act like you're not going to be amazing in it. And I was like, ew.
And then he runs away. But he's like, he says this guy, like, don't act like you're not going to be amazing in it. Run.
See you later. Yeah, like, yo, this is a little shrimp.
How do you feel about this line? How do you know about peer pressure? Did you read that in your precious book?
It's called peer pressure.
And how do you know about that? You read it in your precious book?
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Because she has it on her lap. Driving home on the bus from tutoring, she's just got her Bible on her lap. Like, again, like, can we just... I love the fact that she's religious. I think that's a really, really important piece of it.
Yeah, it's part of the character.
But,
I think
like,
it's good.
and again, like, the line is so cheese, but can we... Let's talk about why would she have it on her lap? Is she reading it on the bus on the way home? Maybe. Like, I don't know. It's just like, let's think about this. How...
Yeah, why can't she have had that quote book?
Sure.
And he could have said the same thing about that, just like some book. She reads books all the time. He goes, does that in your precious little book? It didn't have to be the Bible.
Yeah, it's just the fact that it was the Bible and the fact that you think like, well, why would you have a Bible sitting on your lap on the bus? Like, it just, again, I'm not opposed to you reading it. I think it's cool that she's religious. I think that it's really cool how that plays into her love of science and the stars and the solar system because there's some religious facts that would get weird and the two couldn't coexist. So I know that she's not weird in her religious beliefs, but again, it's like, it's just stuff like that just like, eye roll.
Oh my gosh. How'd you feel about his ad lib during the blank? He blanks during the play.
Oh,
and he doesn't know what to say. And he just goes, you're beautiful. He's like, yeah, you remind me of a girl from Dream. And she's like, tell me about this dream girl. And he's like, I don't remember. But
all I know is
you're beautiful.
You look so familiar. Like this dame I knew once, only it wasn't real, it was a dream.
Tell me about this dream girl.
Well, I don't remember. All I know is you're beautiful. The dream. Help me to remember. you sing for me?
Nailed it, bro.
And she's like, oh my God, what the hell am I doing at?
And
We practiced this scene for hours. Focus.
Yeah, and the drama teacher's like, get to the song. He's like, why don't you tell me about my dream?
You sing a song for me.
Great ad-libbing. Nailing it, bro.
Nobody could tell, for sure.
I told Rach, I think this should be, let's make a deal right now. If we ever get remarried,
Okay.
like if we either...
Wait, do we get divorced or are we just like renewing our vows? What are we talking about?
Yes, and.
Okay.
Or we get married to somebody else.
Okay. So
No
we
matter
did get
what.
divorced, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yes, and. Or we're renewing our vows, or we get divorced and we get remarried to each other. Whatever the circumstance is,
Okay.
this song is going to be our wedding song with the second marriage.
This song that she sings in the...
Yep. So this has to be. Let's shake on it right now on the air.
Yeah, if that ever happens, deal.
Yeah,
Let's make it.
okay.
Shall we sing a little piece together?
How about you just sing it? I sang a little bit earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I sang the Center Stage song.
That's not this song, though.
No, but you
That's
sing
a
this
legit
song.
good song.
I wanna be with you. I do like that song. I like Center Stage.
Center Stage is great, and unfortunately, we've both seen it,
Yeah.
and we both enjoy it, so
Yep.
it's not really a fun one to talk about.
No, why don't you sing?
I don't remember how it goes. Start me off.
Over and over again. I don't know. I just think.
So I lay my hand back down. So quiet. And I lift my hands and pray.
So good. How you did the flip was so great because it's chest.
It's just so breathy.
It's just really high up in the.
I know she can do better than that. I know she can belt that. I have heard her in other songs. She can belt
for sure.
it. But she just has to stay like angelic. And I don't know. I think maybe that's the beef that I have with that song is because like I don't think it allowed her to even do something that's all that interesting or exciting.
Yeah. Yep.
High school play in real life, people go to, someone sings the well as she did it. Yeah, you will get a closet. That was really good.
job.
But that's Mandy Moore up there.
Yeah, very sure.
That's Mandy Moore up there. We hired Mandy Moore for a reason. Let's let her do her thing.
Yeah. And yeah, that didn't show off anything.
I'm missing you like candy.
But
Could you imagine if that
how
song
funny
sang?
would that have been if
Oh
she
my
gets
gosh,
up there?
she
they're
plays
like,
this like
hey,
sex pot little
yeah,
girl. What I'll say is she actually was
Little
pretty
red tank
conservative
top.
as far as like that whole thing went. Like she wasn't really as scandalous as like Christina or
Oh, sure.
Britney. Like
Yeah.
she's pretty wholesome,
Yeah, for sure. I think that was part of her act.
which I also liked her for
Mhm.
that too. She's sweet.
So did you have any moments? Do you have other moments that you'd like to bring up
I
too?
think I honestly I weaved them in to so many other
Nice.
things.
That's
So
so
I think
awesome.
we get all of my random rants I wanted to hit.
What's that song she plays where it's gonna be me, it's gonna be you?
What?
Do you know that song?
It's
it
gonna
plays in
be
the
me,
radio.
It's gonna be you.
It's gonna be you.
It's
I don't
gonna
know.
be me.
It's gonna be you.
Don't know.
I don't know. She plays that at some point.
She opened for NSYNC for a while. Did you know that?
No, I
She
did
went on
not.
tour with them. She had a really big crush on Justin.
Loser. Stupid hair. Look like an idiot. Now, there were moments of this movie that I did enjoy.
Yeah. Tell me about him.
So, like I said, once you get through the play,
Mm-hmm.
from then on, from Kiss on,
Yeah.
from Forced Kiss
Yeah,
with
yeah.
no introducing training on,
Yep.
I actually really kind of enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
Yep. This movie
Let's
picks
hear
up
it.
big time. for
Let's
me.
hear it. What do you like? You like that he like tries to make all of her.
I like all
wishes
the
come
wishes.
true?
Yeah, so she has a list of things. Let's talk about her
Talk
list
about the
of
list
things.
of things. Her like her bucket list essentially,
Yeah,
right?
she's got this bucket list of things she wants to do before she dies.
And he makes it his like goal to like randomly make them come true, which is
Yep.
very
Romantic.
sweet. It's very romantic.
Yeah, so she says she wants, okay, let's go through all these things because I don't remember them all.
Yeah.
I want to be in 2 places at once.
Yeah.
We already kind of talked about that one. She
Mhm.
goes to the Virginia, North Carolina line. I always like that one. I always quote that one. I want to be 2 places at once.
It's funny. So she says that, and then
Mhm.
when they get there, and she seems so surprised by it. It's like, how did you think you were gonna be in two places at once? Did you think that was really gonna happen?
Well,
I don't know. Like she's just like, it never occurred to her like, of course, the state line. Like, doesn't she look a little like?
She does.
Like,
She looks very shocked
oh,
that this
wow.
worked out.
Wow.
Well, because I think she picked. That's the part of the thing, though, Rach.
What?
Before I die, she picked like impossible dreams. I want my name in the stars.
So she did. Oh, you're right.
She
so
picked impossible things and thinking that they're never going to be solved.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
And then he solves them.
He solves them. For
Now,
her.
there is something that she wants that he doesn't do, and they never address it. She says, "I want to discover a medical miracle or something like that."
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no, but then the dad says, "Never mind." They do settle that.
Yeah.
They do, because she goes, she says a medical miracle at the time, I think. But then he's like, "I'm sorry, I couldn't figure out I couldn't do a miracle."
Have her witness a miracle.
And then what's the dad say?
He said, "You were the miracle."
Oh, now
son.
I really like that moment.
I'm sorry she never got her miracle.
She did. It was you.
Of course you did.
I like that moment.
Oh God.
I like the moment when they're like, your dad is paying for her to come home and like hospice care at home, and your dad's taking care of it all, and then he goes and he like cries to his dad.
I actually got a little misty.
I got misty in that moment
I am
too.
a bit of a sympathetic crier, and so even if I'm not super invested in the
and
film,
to be honest,
like when I see
Shane West's acting in that moment wasn't super great.
when I see grown men like
it was-
sobbing and like holding each other, like it
Yeah.
does something to my tear ducts. I can't not. I can't not.
It's evolutionary, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So I like that
that
moment.
part got me too. Yep.
I liked I liked all the moments where he was solving all the problems. I thought that when he says the last line of the movie, I kind of like. Do you remember the last line?
I wanna be with you. No,
No.
what was it?
Her love is like the wind. You can't see it, but you can feel it.
Jamie saved my life. She taught me everything. About life, hope, and the long journey ahead. I'll always miss her. But her love is like the wind. I can't see it, but I can feel it.
Oh, I like that. I think like that's poetry. That's nice.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So I generally liked the movie once it picks up and like now they're in a relationship and they're like growing their romance.
Oh, I can't wait to hear your tile meter. I almost want to hear like a tile meter for the first half of the movie and then a tile meter for the second half
Oh
of
my
the
gosh.
movie.
First half of the movie, I can tell you straight up.
What's-
That's a 10%er.
Yeah.
That first
Yeah.
half of the movie.
Up until the kiss?
Up
Or is
until-
it up until before the play starts? Because the
think-
play within the play is kind of fun. Is
the
it
play
not?
within the play is fun.
Is it
the
not a
play
little
within the play
fun?
is terrible, but it's a good time.
Kind of fun. I like play with
So I would do the play within the play is part of the turnaround.
Yeah.
But yeah, before that, it's awful.
Mhm.
I think the movie is wretched, like up into a point, and then I like it.
And then you're here for it.
Then I'm here for
Then
it.
you're here
I'm like,
for
you
it.
know what? I'm digging all this.
It doesn't seem out of left field where all of a sudden he's just like, you know what? I saw you in that pretty dress on the stage. I think I'm in love with you.
He
I
does.
think I love you.
He
falls hard.
He drops an L-bomb really early.
He does.
But been there. Like that happens. You think you're in love, and maybe there is part of me though that wonders, was he really in love with her? You know, because it happened so fast.
Oh,
That like that you know have you ever had those times where you're like, gosh, I thought I was so crazy about this person, it was just so hot and heavy right off the bat, and then you reflect back and you're like, yeah, it was not love. You know what I mean?
That's something about that age too, especially like
Yeah.
that, high school puberty. Everything feels like
So
you're
much
never
more.
gonna feel things that extreme. Sads,
Yep.
lows, highs, all of it is just like you can't help it because it's all extreme.
And you look back on it and you're like, yeah, that wasn't love.
Yeah, exactly.
So there was part of me that wonders,
Mhm.
was he really in love with her?
Yeah.
Or was it the circumstances forced him to make very strong choices, and now he has to live with that? Like when he puts his head on the pillow, does he have to think like, I don't know if I really was in love with her? I really
You
only
just
knew
love
her for
the
a few
idea
months.
of her. Yeah.
But then again, we made more love in that summer than most people do in a lifetime.
How great would it be if that was the line?
Yeah, that would be so great. Oh my gosh.
I think it probably does a better job in the book of like building that, because then you get like more glimpses into like,
Sure.
"Oh, I couldn't stop thinking about her. Well, what's
Mhm.
wrong with me? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yep.
I needed more of that versus like hot cold
Mm-hmm.
or cold hot, I guess in this case.
Would you read the book?
No, not now. I wouldn't. I
Would-
would have
would
back in
you
the day.
read
I would have.
Any Nicholas Sparks?
Yeah, I would.
What would you read?
I have read Nicholas Sparks.
What have you read? What did I
Was
say?
it-
What did I just say?
What have you?
What did you read?
What did you read? Did I? Was
I
that
don't
Nicholas
think so,
Sparks?
man. You've
Mm.
never told me that.
Hmm.
You didn't read for like 8 years. You didn't. You only read.
Not
Well, you
much of
read.
a reader.
You were reading school texts. You read now,
Mm-hmm.
but you were reading a ton of school texts for a long time that you didn't read for fun until we got together. Really.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna get you one.
I thought I read
gonna
the
get you one.
second Notebook, and I was confused. But I didn't read all of it. I read a little bit of it because I think my mom had
That
it, and I
makes
was like
sense.
reading it in a car.
Like you read it like on a vacation for a couple
yes,
hours
my mom
and then
had
you
it.
called it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yes.
Guess what? I'm gonna get you a Nicholas Sparks book in the next 6 months.
I don't want one.
And you're gonna read it.
That's okay.
Yep, you are.
How about an audiobook?
No, not an
I don't have
audiobook.
to read.
You're gonna. Why? You like reading. You just read Michelle Obama's
like-
book. You devoured it.
I like reading good books that I like reading.
You'll like this.
It better be a good one.
It will be.
Ew.
It'll be one of the Barnes and Noble collections. There'll be like 8 of them. And you're gonna read all of them. Okay, so
you read one. How you read a Nicholas?
I would
Sparks
read
book.
one.
Oh, would you?
I would.
Well, you will, because I'm gonna get you one.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
How about this?
You what?
We're gonna get each other Nicholas Sparks books
Mm-hmm.
for like
For-
for Christmas or Valentine's Day or something.
Okay. Deal.
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 Lock it in.
Got it.
And it's not counting against any other gifts. We're not deducting it from a gift total.
Absolutely not. That's ludicrous.
It's just an addition.
This is a joke gift.
Yeah, this is a joke gift. So Mandy Moore made a list of things she wanted to do before she died after being in this movie.
Oh man.
Here's what it said. I want to go to college for journalism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she did that or not. Probably.
Be cool.
I want to travel. I'm sure she did that. And
Ooh,
I
dream
want to
big.
speak French.
Does she speak French?
I think she did that one.
That is really cool. Good for her.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like Mandy Moore.
What would be on your list?
Oh man, I would love to get good at Spanish again, like
Yeah.
to the point like where I could use it and not be embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good. There's
You're
a
a
lot
Spanish minor. Probably come right back to you. You
I
lived
think,
in Spain
I
for
think
a
it'll
semester.
come back for a bit. There's a lot of places traveling wise that I haven't been to yet, or that I just really want to go again. But I want to go with you. I want to go with you. But I don't have any crazy ones like name the stars or be in 2 places at once. All those crazy concoctions that you came up with. Oh, ride a bike without hands. That I don't know how to do that. It's on my list.
We could get that done by the summer.
Yeah, right.
I could.
That's impossible. Have you
No.
seen me on a bike? Have you?
No, you could. You could.
Hmm.
You might need a bike with thicker wheels. It's easier with thicker wheels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have anything else with acting or that you'd like to talk about that you kind of got into?
Oh, with the movie?
Yeah, with the
Oh, I
movie.
thought you meant with my bucket list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with-
I wanna act on the Carnegie Hall stage, and I want to at least be a headline on Broadway at least once in my life, and then.
Do you have any other bucket lists? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut that part off.
Yeah,
The
we were
list-
like we were getting into that, and
Yeah.
then we just stopped. No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I think that was some big ones. I live every day like a bucket list, so I don't
Yeah.
really need a list to tell me what to do. I just do what I want in the moment.
I want to
all the
make
time.
love more in one summer than most people do in a lifetime.
Well, good luck with that. Ooh. No, I mean acting wise, it's just the writing and the situation that they're in. Like it is a
Some of-
bit
yeah, some of it's a
a
little
bit
piss
cheese.
poor.
Yeah, a little
Yep.
cheese. But I mean, I don't know. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's just like
Yeah.
it's not my fave.
Who's better between Shane and Mandy?
Ooh. Okay. you would think that would be easy, and you'd be like, oh, Mandy for sure, because she goes on to be better. But she has some tendencies in this that drive me a little irksome, crazy. And maybe it works for the character, but it just, I don't know.
To me, it's Shane easy.
You think Shane's better?
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's easy?
Yeah. But not to discount you if you say the opposite. But yeah, to me, Shane is the better actor for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that bad.
No, I think, but it's hard because he didn't really do anything else after that. But yeah, she just has a couple of things that drive me nuts.
Pouty, poofy lips.
It's a bit in the face. It's a bit in the arching the eyebrow, and it just like.
She talks out the side of her mouth.
Well, I do that
Mention
sometimes.
that.
But it's okay. Sometimes people do that. I just think it's the character sometimes too, which is maybe it's okay for. I think I'm supposed to like that character a lot more than I do to start.
Sure.
And maybe Rach younger liked that and didn't have a problem with that, but like grown up Rach is like, girl, like. That's your shit stinks.
Do you think that you were impacted by this movie when you first saw it? When you were younger?
In what way? Like, would I be impacted by this?
I don't know. Like, did you cry? Were you touched by it?
I probably cried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cried at everything. Little whiny baby.
I think I cried.
Cried at all dogs go to heaven.
Well,
that is sad.
I probably did.
At times.
That's sad. Yeah, I probably cried more the first time I saw this than the second time. I know a lot of people like this movie, and it's one of their like favorite ones. It's just a bit sappy for me now.
Sure.
As an older woman, I'm kind of like, over it.
Okay. So let me give you my review, my score.
Okay.
And then we'll go into your review and score.
Perfect.
To end it off. Okay. So we already talked about how I felt. Beginning of the movie's at 10%. I think the movie gets a lot better once we get past the play. I'm gonna put this movie.
Wait, what's the second half of it? If you had to do the second half.
70%.
What?
I think it's good.
What?
I like it.
What?
I tell you, the second half is good.
Oh my god.
Maybe not high. Maybe that was too high.
70%?
Like 65? It's fresh.
Okay.
The second half is fresh for me.
Well, then it would have to be above 60 because that's fresh.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to give it.
I'm ready.
It's a 50% on the money.
50%?
This movie is a 50%. It is right above Notting Hill and Legally Blonde. It's better than both those movies.
What?
Yep. I would watch this movie before watching those two movies. Easy.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Oh, Ty.
Yeah. Suck on those eggs.
What? Think of the actors in those other films that you're disheartening by saying that.
They were bad movies. I don't want to watch them again.
No, not that bad.
Yeah, they were. I did not like Notting
Hill.
And Legally Blonde was annoying.
Oh, my.
I'd rather watch this.
Oh, my.
I like the whole second half. I just said that.
Oh, my. Did you forget the first half? Did you forget the first 5 minutes of this movie?
The first 5 minutes are some of the worst minutes of movie history.
I can't stand it.
But the ending is very charming.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the whole second half. I said that. It's good. 50%. Stand by it.
All right.
I'd watched Devil Wears Prada before it. That
Well,
helps.
that's good. That's good to know. Jeez. You're losing it, Hudson.
No way. No way. Spice World 5%, this 50.
No, not a chance. All right, are you ready for me?
Yep.
Just promise me one thing. Don't fall in love with this movie. Don't worry, baby. I won't.
Don't worry, baby. That's great.
31%.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not as bad as like all that. But
So it was higher than you thought it was going to be.
it was higher than I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be in the 20s, and it like wasn't as awful.
What movies is it
31%.
around?
I have it right under Never Been Kissed and right above The Crow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Above The Crow?
Yeah, and above Teen Wolf.
No way.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf's so fun.
Well, I have Teen Wolf at like a 28.
That's ridiculous. That movie's much better than that.
That's ridiculous. But yeah, Never Been Kissed. To
What
me
was
is
it right
just-
below you said? Never Been
Never
Kissed?
Been Kissed. I just think that's so funny, and I love that time period.
Very problematic.
Well, yeah.
Very problematic.
Well, you know what else is problematic? His predatory searching out this like poor like like shrimpy girl who's like, I'm sick. Oh. He's like, yeah, baby.
Hey, baby. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. So that feels problematic.
Come on, baby. Let's get married. We can make more love in one summer than most do in a lifetime.
Oh,
Your mailman told me about you.
Yeah, forgive me if I don't swoon over that.
Oh, my gosh. Well, this was a walk to remember, folks.
And it was.
It was. We will not forget it anytime soon. This was a good time.
That was fun.
So, Chick Flick hosted by Ty. That was a good.
Well
I
done,
liked it.
Chick Flick.
Yep.
That was fun. Thanks for that choice.
Yeah,
that was
you
fun
bet. You bet.
to remember.
So, Rach, what's our next movie going to be?
Yeah,
Episode
so similar with you, I'm going to take a little hiatus from my typical rom-com shtick, and I'm going to do a little drama,
Okay.
a famous drama
Yeah.
that Ty's never seen before, and I just think there's so many pop culture references to this movie. Granted, here's the thing. I haven't done any research for it yet, so I don't even know if there's anything good out there for it.
If it's what I think it is, there'll be a ton.
I think there will be, and yet it's just a fascinating movie. So regardless, there'll be stuff to talk about, and there's famous people in it. So we're going to watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yep. Never seen it.
Yeah.
You're going to find so much.
You think
that
so?
movie's going to have a ton of trivia. Yeah,
I bet so. I bet so.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's I'm kind of looking forward to.
Ooh,
A
spicy.
little dark dive next week. Ooh, buckle up.
Ooh. All right, folks. We'll see you next week.
I wanna be with you. I was a little flat on that one.
Very good.
I'm trying to do my best Wicked Witch. Ready? Back up from the mic. That's not good. That's not bad.
Yeah.
What?
You were too pretty to be Wicked Witch. It's never going to happen. I'm so sorry.
Stop.